it, and nothing can stop me. No. 'Cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way, I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find a better one. Yeah, susceptible now before the moment flies, before it flies. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find a better one. Susceptible now before the moment flies.
It is Saturday night. Yes, sir. Shout out to all you guys that are here with me. We got 25 in the building. This is going to be an exciting live stream. We got my man Sheldon in the building, Mr. Canada himself, Mr. Travel, Mr. I See It All, Mr. I've Been There, haven't you? Sheldon, the blind traveler, is in the building tonight, gentlemen. This is going to be a great live stream. For those that have excuses for everything in the world, well, we're going to be taking those excuses away. For everybody that got a reason that they want to sit back and say, well, I can't do it because I can't travel, because if I only could travel, if I only had the chance. Well, Sheldon is the type of brother to take away all your excuses, as well as the guys that travel along with them. So there is no excuse. So we're going to enjoy some music, some intro music. We got 30 people in the building. Shout out to you guys being here. Oh, yeah. Shout out to our sponsor, the Passport Bro app. We're going to be showing that video tonight as well. We're going to start off with the shout out to my man David Dice of the Dice family. Shout out to you being here this evening, as well as my man Timothy Bright. Let's give you guys a round of applause for being the first ones here. Yeah, my bad. Avengers Assemble. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got a great live stream, man. I'm excited. I heard this brother's energy, and I heard this brother speak on Black Men's Travel Aaron's show the other day, and I said, I got to get this brother on the show before he blows up, because he's about to take off. He has a YouTube channel. We're going to be dropping the link so you guys can subscribe to Sheldon's channel. Let me get that link right now so you guys can subscribe to his channel, show some love and support to our brother. Shout out to him. All right, Wi-Fi is looking good this evening. No struggle streaming thus far. So make sure you guys subscribe to Sheldon's channel. Show the brother some love. I'm going to be dropping that throughout the night. My man Legacy Tier in the building. Shout out to you being here, kind sir, as well as my man, always the Detroit boys. Don't be playing with poor man 313. You know how them 313 boys act. You know how they get at night, man. Shout out to you being here, poor man 313, them Detroit boys. Malik is in the building. Poor man, shout out to you, kind sir. And we got my man DJ Dave in the building representing. Good evening to you, kind sir, as well. And we got my man. It's the weekend, man. It's the weekend man himself. Peace to the gods. Shout out to you gentlemen out there. Shout out to you gentlemen and all you gods out there. Shout out to you. He said that it's Jay Clyde. It's not a live stream. It is not Jay Clyde here. I'm letting you guys know that now. Make sure that you click that mic button. Oh, the mic is off? Thank you very much for letting me know that the mic is not connected. Let's see. Shout out to you for letting me know that. Oh, I'm on an interface microphone. Let me switch over. Thank you very much, kind sir. There we go. Let's see how I sound now, guys. Put a 1 in the comment section if I sound a lot better. Put a 1 in the comment section if I sound a lot better. Thank you very much, man, for something as well. Put a 1 in the comment section if the microphone sounds a lot better than it did at the moment.
Thank you, DJ Dave. Big Fit, Malik, yes sir, Al. Shout out to you gentlemen. Don, Foreman, Top Notch, Anthony, all you gentlemen. He say no soundboard sounds. There we go. Click that like button because you already know.
Oprah coming next. Once I establish this as a place of truth, oh yeah.
Now, can you hear the soundboard? He said no soundboard. Let's see. I just clicked it. So you should be able to hear the soundboard. Can you hear that now? There we go, Dave. Soundboard 100. All right, let's get some music for us, man. Celebrate, because you already know how we celebrate it here.
You're part of the problem.
Not that one, but this one right here. When your woman is trying to drive you crazy in the States, all you got to do is just look at her like, what? Don't you know? When you got brothers like Sheldon in Canada with no excuse, letting you know. If Sheldon can let you know that he got a passport, there is no excuses for you not to have and use your passport. Shout out to Sheldon once again for being here in the building representing. Shout out to you, brother. I'm glad that you're here representing. All right. Let me make sure everybody's looking good. Sounding good. I don't know why it's not letting me show the super chats or cash apps or anything, but shout out to you guys for the super chats and the cash apps. Let's see, extend banner. Okay, but yes, not let me showcase that. But shout out to you guys. My man Timothy says looks like TK Kirkland. Okay. Shout out to you, brother. He said passports are the cheat code, even for brothers that have disabilities and abilities. We got some great questions. Me and Sheldon had a chance to talk a little earlier, so we got some great questions. We're going to let you guys come on in to the live stream. Once again, Top Notch and Anthony and all you brothers that came in and let me know that my mic was not hot. Shout out to my man Mark Stewart of the Stewart family in the building. Shout out to you. Yes, sir. Check the mic check. Mic sounds nice. Check one. Shout out to Hannibal being in the building. Oh yeah. He said blind Melly Jelly got his passport. Yes, sir. And that's how bad it is in the States and in Canada and North America. When you got our blind brothers, our disabled brothers in wheelchairs, as well as others exploring options, as well as our brother Corey. Oh man, I'm having a brain cramp. The comedian Corey. Yeah, I'm really having a brain cramp. We're gonna hear what he has to say in regards to his move to another country. But DJ Davis said, he said, Dre, you are 100% right. Cali is only for mature-minded dudes. Way cleaner than Cartagena. Oh yeah, way cleaner than Cartagena for less the humidity. This is true too. It's a nice, cool night tonight in Cali. Not bad at all for all you guys that are here. Shout out to you guys. For you guys that are here in Cali also, this is pay weekend and it's a holiday. So the clubs are going to be packed full of beautiful ladies ready to dance and meet you guys. So it's going to be a great weekend here in Colombia. Shout out to my man For Profit in the building, as well as my man Timothy Bright of the Bright family. Yes, sir. 46 people in the building. I appreciate you guys being here. Our guests will be here in a moment. Corey Holcomb, that's the name I was trying to think of. Thank you, poor man. Corey Holcomb has made his announcement that he's going to be moving out of the United States. We're going to be talking about that tomorrow, mañana. We're going to talk about Corey Holcomb and his decision to move outside of the United States. And it is official. He's not saying this year. He's not saying next year, but he says officially he is done. Corey Holcomb says there is nothing here for a black man. He's made his money. Think about it. If you're a black man and you've made your money and you're not super, super patriotic. I mean, we all are patriotic. He says it's time for him to move on. He's chosen his country. We're going to talk about that in tomorrow's episode. My man, it's the weekend man. He said, I wonder how that's going to work out for his workout. Is he just going to be doing the stream because he's still has a show to operate? He already said that he's going to be doing the streams. He'll find a whole new audience base from the Passport Bro side that he doesn't even have yet. He'll find a whole new base of individuals that travel and are relocated in the country in which he plans on moving to. So he already talked about that he's going to be streaming. So shout out to Corey doing his live streams, because he does streaming right about now anyway. So a lot of times he does streaming and he does recorded videos. He says, now I understand why a lot of people in Hollywood come here, make their money in the United States, and then they leave. He said, I understand that now. Remember that one NFL coach a couple years ago? They offered him like this big major $100 million check, it seemed like. And the coach said, no, I'm moving to Thailand. He'd rather move to Thailand than take another $100,000. That's what that football coach said a couple years ago. Shout out to United States American President number 48 in the building. He said, move in silence, be quiet, then leave in America because no likes. He say no likes or loves when black men have true options outside of the plantation known as the United States of America. Yeah, just be quiet, put yourself in a positive position, and then just move forward. That's all you got to do. Let me see something. Congress voting on the draft. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see this. We're going to look at this real quick in regards to what's taking place in the United States right now. There's a bill that's taking place in the United States that a lot of guys don't know about. Let's take a look at it. And this bill says, let me make sure you guys can see it. This bill says, and this is right now, 6:15. So this is today. One of you brothers sent it to me. It's military. It says the House passes bill to automatically register men for the draft. Automatically. It lets you know. It says the House passes a large defense bill Friday evening, yesterday, which includes a provision that will automatically enroll young men between 18 to 26 for selective service. Remember, we used to have to go down to the post office and do it. The House has already passed it. Now it's on its way to the Senate. Let's see what happens in the Senate. If it passes the House and Senate, then all it needs is the president's signature to where your sons between the age of 18 to 26 will automatically be registered for the draft. I mean, we got to do it anyway when you turn that age. Most of us have to do it anyway. The House revision of the National Defense Authorization Act, which would authorize $895 billion in military spending, passed a vote of 217 to 199. It is unlikely to be picked up in a Democrat-controlled Senate. So that bill or that funding for the military looks good to the House, which is ran by the Republicans. But since we have a split government in the United States, that's where we're talking about this. This bill might not pass because it has to go to a Democratic-ran Senate. And so these are the type of things that many of us are tired of when it comes to our beautiful country. The fact that nothing can get done. When you have a Republican House and a Democratic Senate and neither one of them like each other, it just holds everything up for the rest of us. My man said, I'm past 26. My man said, I'm an only child. Good. I mean, for the most part, most of us had to register anyway. He said they start in Philly and Chicago. My brother said, currently you have to register yourself. Yeah, you have to register yourself. But if you don't, you can't get financial aid. This is true. I was about to mention that. Good, Chalupe, great statement. And government stuff. This is absolutely correct. I'm going to tell you, you guys always know I have story time. True story. College student comes in with his girlfriend. Life has been kind of hard on the brother. So he figured I'm going to come to school. He's about 20. This brother was 27. Came in. He's excited. He's got his girlfriend with him. She's excited. I'm taking him on a tour to school. We're doing everything. He's chosen what he wants to major in. He's so happy. Oh, I'm using a router, babe. Thanks, you sexy. And so he's excited. He's chosen his major. He's ready to sign up. We're about to do the financial aid paperwork, get everything set up for him. And you're absolutely correct, Chalupe. If you want to see one of the saddest moments I've ever seen, a grown man break down in tears in front of his girlfriend because he realized that he cannot get financial aid because he did not know or nobody reminded him that he needed to get registered for Selective Service between the age of 18 and 26, and he didn't do it. So any federal government assistance that people normally would get, you can't get if you haven't registered. So what he's saying, I lived that. I know that brother was so sad, bro. I mean, to see a strong brother that's all he trying to do is just have a better life for him and his girlfriend, and he couldn't do it because he couldn't get in school, because he couldn't get financial aid, because he said, bro, I didn't even know. Many men that are raised by women in the States are going to be held. Many of you brothers, your sons that's being raised by their mama. Mom don't think about him being registered for no selective services and not realizing that he can't. Let's say he doesn't decide to go to school at 18. Like I said, this young man was 27 years old. His mama didn't tell him. And many of y'all mama didn't. My mama didn't tell me. I had to find out through the grapevine of manhood. Other brothers told me, hey, bro, you know you need to register for selective services if you want to go to school. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have known. I wouldn't have known. So shout out to my man Chalupe. He's absolutely correct. And I mean this all sincerity. There's a lot of single mamas messing up sons' lives. Even after the son moves out, let's say you want to go to school at 30. You can't get any financial aid. No Pell Grants, none of that. No FAFSA. Why? Can't even get Pell Grants because you're not even registered for selective services. Crazy. It's sad. Shout out to you guys being here once again. My man IQS in the building. Shout out to you, brother, for being here. Shout out to you for being here. Let me make sure everything is clear. Everything's good. All right. All right. Shout out to you. And yeah, he said facts. He said, I did 12 years. Shout out to you, Malik. Appreciate you, brother. He said, he said, America is devious sometimes. He said, I'm just at a loss for words and didn't know. He said, I didn't know. Yeah. And it's not like mothers are trying to hold back. Single mothers are trying to hold sons back. It's just that a lot of single mothers don't think about it when their son turns 18. Or a lot of us have left the house at 17 and we're not around our mom. And nobody ever talked about selective services in our house. Why? There are no men in our house. Like I said, I had to learn about selective service on the streets. My mama didn't say it. I was raised in a single mom house. My mom didn't say nothing about selective services and how it was going to impact financial aid for college. None of that, because she didn't know. And fortunately, I went ahead and registered, but there's a lot of guys that's not being registered. He said, I registered both and voted selective services on my 18th birthday. Dad, do I need to read the rest? Shout out to Theo in the building. Make sure you guys click that like button. We like you. Make sure that you like us too. I know our guest is going to be coming up soon in a few moments. Shout out to him. He's getting everything set up. I've already spoken with him, and I made sure that he had the link to join us. So shout out to that brother, man. He's a good man. All right, cool. Yeah, gentlemen. Yeah. He said, I'm honored, but I'm doing good. I'm dipping into somebody's conversation. My bad. He said, let all the migrants in the country fight for overseas wars that is coming. No rewards or prize for American citizens to do so. Got that. He said, I hope that we have unity in certain black communities that try to be close-knit overseas. He said, I hope we have unity in black communities that try to be close-knit overseas. Be yourself, yet, he said, be yourself, yet be genuine. Absolutely. Absolutely. A lot of us that are overseas are kind of cool with each other. Yeah, I mean, we talk about Pookies and Ray Rays here, but for the most part, I say a good 96, 97% of dudes are really cool dudes that are traveling, that you meet from different walks of life, but especially the brothers that you meet. But you still, like we talked about yesterday, still got to be a little careful. Relationship tips in the building. And he says, men in Western countries must become passport brothers. He say move to non-Western countries permanently. This is true. He said not come back. Sounds like me. I mean, I'm going back, but you get the gist. He said, tell women in the non-West. Let me get back to that. He says, tell women in the non-Western, you number one meet. You first meet them, then you're not going to go back to the West. Yeah, let them know that I'm not going back. He said, if not in the building, shout out to you, brother. If not, it's cool. If not, says this. He said, making 85K passive as a black man. He said, my childhood friends still stay with older parents. Wow. Or blaming their mother or mama for the position they're in life. Real men do not blame. Real men always take responsibility. The buck stops with me in this house as far as if anything goes wrong. As far as anything goes right, the buck stops with me. Even if I was alone in life, it's my responsibility. I am not a child of excuse. I'm a child of solutions. I kid you not. Andrea, one of the things that she could tell you, Andrea does not focus on the problem. I focus on the solution. The problem happened. You can't control something that's already happened, but you can control your thoughts toward the solution. I'm not an excuse type of guy when it comes to business. If I missed a deadline at work, I'm the buck stops here. I don't come up with excuses. I give explanations. I explain to my supervisor what took place and what am I doing about it right now. That's how I've always been. But to pass the buck or blame somebody, my dog ate it type of mindset, no. That's one thing you'll never see me do. Flat tires in life happens. So it's time. So we should automatically train our minds to be solution oriented when the flat tires of life happen, because they're going to happen. Life is rarely fair for a man, no matter what race, color, or creed you come from. It's rarely fair for a man. Life only loves children's, pets, or animals, and old people. That's it. Women are in the mix right there. But as for men, life is never fair. If you're waiting for life to get fair to accomplish your goal or to use a passport, the perfect example of a person where life is not fair is our brother Sheldon. He wasn't even born blind, but somehow, some way, life took his life in that direction. That's not fair. But guess what? Didn't hold him back. Let me turn this music. Let me change the music. Didn't hold the brother back at all. He didn't wait till he got rich. Sheldon doesn't walk around like he's a rich man. Sheldon went on monk mode, stacked his money like any of us, and is enjoying his life in all these countries that he's going to visit. No excuse. Like you guys often hear me say, I met a man who complained about having no shoes until he met a man that complained. A man complained about having no shoes until he met a man that had no feet. One of my favorite quotes that keep me from complaining about life. Met a man that had no, a man complained about having no shoes. That's how it goes. A man complained about having no shoes until he met a man that had no feet. Complaining ain't gonna do nothing for you, but there are individuals out there that are able to accomplish many things. Shout out to my man Top Notch in the building, the Top Notch rocker. He said, my niece retired from the New York Department of Correction. Shout out to nieces retiring, man. Get your money, girl. I ain't mad at you. She's stacking it. So if she want to be a passport sis, she can. She can do whatever she want with her money and her time. She can stay in the States if she want, or she can travel if she wants. Shout out to her. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I ain't mad at her. I am not mad at her. Get your money. But yeah, let me turn the music down just a little bit, gentlemen. Just a tad bit. And like I said, I talked to my man Sheldon earlier, and he's getting everything in order. You know, there's certain things that he needs to do to make sure everything is in order before he goes on a show or on a live stream. And I can understand that. But while Sheldon is coming, we are going to make sure that we subscribe to his channel. There are 77 people here. There should be at least a good 70 of us right now. Click that subscribe button for Sheldon and subscribe to that brother's channel, man, because he is doing some amazing things. I kid you not. He really is. Let's just check out a little bit of his channel right now. Push me out of the way. That's my man's channel, Sheldon the Blind Traveler. I'm telling you, that brother getting around. He getting the check that man out, man. Just look at the thumbnails, man. Just look at the thumbnails. This man is not here to play games with y'all, man. Look at that man thumbnails. He is not here to play games with y'all. He's not giving y'all an excuse. All you dudes has got an excuse for everything. This man is eating good, living good with the ladies, with his boy. This is his partner right here. This brother is quadriplegic and travels the world. I'm gonna say this again. How you brothers gonna sit back and let a brother? One of the brothers is blind, the other one is quadriplegic in a wheelchair, and they traveling to more countries than some of you dudes, and you had your passport just as long as these brothers have. And these dudes smashing the best of them. The best of them. And Sheldon said when he go to other countries, he ain't just going to Medellin. He ain't no pay for play king. He pulling his own. He pulling them in DR, pulling them. When you dudes be sitting around crying in DR, talk about, I need to pay for play. I need to pay for play. You got a brother in a wheelchair and a brother that cannot see, both disabled brothers, and they pulling them. Sheldon even told me how he even judges the ladies. We're going to talk about, well, how does he know that they look so good? We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. Out here doing his thing, no excuses. Eating good. He was here in Cali. He said, I'm eating cheesy pizza in Cali, Colombia. And here's the other part. Much of his episodes, he films himself. This man is out here from Toronto, Canada, living his best life after losing his sight, encouraging others with disabilities that they can do it too, traveling with others with disability, as well as most countries he's been to by himself. And you got a passport, sight, and everything else, and yet, and he's filming his own footage. Now, much of his footage, he does have somebody that assists him, but most of it, he films himself. Point and let the camera roll. If he gets the shot, he gets it. If he doesn't, so be it. Y'all ain't got no excuses, man. The lies we tell ourselves, the brother eating good. The brother is eating good. NDR. Look at them thumbnails. Look at those, man, stop it, man. Stop this mask, man. This can't be true. This got it for some of you guys. He's got to be lying. This can't be true. You got a blind dude looking out. Look at that thumbnail. You got the blind dude looking out on the terrain in DR, in Santo Domingo, in Santiago. You can't even get to Santiago because you keep holding yourself back. Come on, brothers. If this brother can accomplish this goal, come on, man. You guys can accomplish. Man, if you've only been to one country, the United States, you're doing yourself a disservice. This brother got the harp in hand. In Prague, Czech Republic. No, he ain't just going to DR. This brother got the harp in hand. Look at this. This dude is doing it. No excuses. What's holding y'all back? This him in London. Him in Prague. Brixton Village in London. Once again, the ladies. The ladies. Frankfurt, Germany. We talking, well, come on now. Let's be real with it. Let's be real with it. Shout out to this brother. This dude is the living epitome to this song. All right, Sheldon, I'm going to drop it for you right now. I will drop it for you right now. So you've been sitting back watching all these compliments, listening to the compliment section. Give me a second, Sheldon. I'm about to drop it for you right now, brethren. This is just for Sheldon to pop up and come up. So shout out to you. This man been listening to these compliments just flowing from my larynx. Let me continue on while this brother gets ready to come on. This brother's in Germany with the ladies. With the ladies. Lisbon, Portugal. With the ladies. The ladies in the food, fellas. The ladies in the food. He's in Berlin. Come on now. What excuses are you giving yourself that lie that you keep telling yourself? Look at this. He got the sister in London. what I'm saying? Showing the UK love. Shout out to UK. Costa Rica. Come on, the ladies in Joko Beach. Once again, we got the ladies. It's time to get it done. He's absolutely correct. It's time to get it done. For you dudes that sit back and watch Passport Bros just for the entertainment and watch, El Guapo's channel or watch Tailor Made Dreams, or you watched Richie Mac's channel and it was just pure entertainment for you. Bruh, no. I'm gonna drop that link one more time for you, Sheldon. Take your time, brother. Get everything in order. We are here for you, brother. He said his spit game must be vicious. Hey, man, when you see this brother's personality, I can see how he pulling them. I was talking about this brother when I finished picking up one of the brothers from the airport, right? I was talking about this brother while I was driving. And I kid you not. I was thinking, I was so excited about interviewing this brother because his personality is so freaking magnetic. That's why I knew interview him now, because this brother's about to blow up with all these interviews he's going to be doing. And I kid you not, it ain't gonna be too many people within the next 6 months. It ain't gonna be too many people that's gonna be able to get him on camera. Y'all gonna have to pay a fee. What was free yesterday won't be free today. I kid you not. This brother's got an excellent personality to where you like, yeah, I can see him pulling women. It is no shyness about this brother. He like me. Ain't no shyness. There is no shyness. He about his business. He's focused. But his personality, man, he's one of those dudes that has the ability to be cool with men and be cool with women. And a lot of dudes can't make that dance. I'll say this again. A lot of dudes don't have the ability to be cool with women, only attracted to women. There's a lot of dudes that love them some ladies. All of us do. But some of us don't have that ability to just be cool with some of the ladies that can introduce us to other ladies. Sheldon's got that personality. That's one thing I can say, man. That brother, he's good people. I want him on the show, not because of his story, but his energy, man. I was like, dang, this brother reminded me of me. He tells his story of the blessing of being blind. Let's watch that video. Let me turn that music down. Turn that music down, Andre. Let's watch Shelton's video. Let's turn that music down. It's jazzy, it's nice, but let's hear what this brother has to say. Turn that music down. Let's hear what he has to say about it's a 2-minute video about the blessing of being blind.
Hey everybody, how you doing? My name is Sheldon Francis. Welcome to my new YouTube channel. So let me give you all a quick introduction and who I am. So I was born in Canada, Toronto, home of the Six, home of the Raptors, home of Drake. And I lost my eyesight 10 years ago from hereditary eye disease called glaucoma. That's why you see me with these beautiful stunner shades. I'm stunting on you. Yeah, so the reason why I'm doing this video because I want to inspire people out there and I want to motivate you, especially who's watching this right now. When I lost my eyesight, people came up to me, felt sorry for me. People literally had the audacity to say if they were in my shoes, they would have committed suicide. And, 11 years later, here I am, still standing strong. So right now I'm going to share some moments of me on vacation, having fun in the DR, the Dominican Republic. So yeah, let's go. Let's get it. What's up, everybody? I just want to share my experience with you all. Sending my blessings to you in Canada. You know, karaoke nights in Dominica with the Canta.
You got Sheldon in the background smiling.
Right.
I see you back there, Sheldon.
Run it.
Yeah, I see you back there smiling, brother. Let me finish your video off. Yeah.
Blessing you all with some love right now. Joe Rastafari. Rastafari.
There we go. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Let's bring the man of the moment up, man. No more hesitancies. I got you back, gentlemen. This man is doing amazing things. You know, I got to give my Steve Harvey intros to anybody that comes on the show.
What's going on, guys? It's Sheldon, the blind traveler. I'm here. Nightlife in Cancun, Mexico. Right to the hotel zone. We're going to be looking for a club.
Next video.
Tonight so we can get lit. Guys, the hotel.
There we go. Turn that off. There we go. As I was about to say, I'm about to introduce Sheldon, bring him up, man. This has been a, you know, you guys, I've had a lot of people on the live stream, from Angry Man to Anton Daniels to all these other content creators, Chantel Simone. But this is probably the most excited that I have been to have a guest on the show out of all the people that's been on the show. Many have been inspirational, but this man is an inspiration himself. He wakes up as an inspiration. He doesn't have to turn a camera on to do it. All he has to do is just be who he is. So, guys, I'm introducing you to somebody that I'm telling you that will take away the one thing that you came into this live stream with. And that's an excuse. He's here to take away excuses. Let's introduce this man, bring this man on this live stream right now. Add to the stage, my man, Sheldon.
Yes, sir. Thank you,
Yes,
Andre.
sir.
Thank you for blessing me with your with your platform.
Oh,
man, it was a mission to get myself signed in. I had to go to my neighbor's house to ask him to sign me in. I don't know what was going on, man, but I was having issues with my Google. Yeah, but my neighbor got me signed in, so I'm good to go, man. Blessings, everybody. Blessings, man.
Shout out to you being here, brother. We're so glad to have you here. So glad to have you here, man. How's your night going so far?
It's going good. It's going good. It was going good. I was by Mom Dukes earlier when I was talking to you. Just went to go see her, hang out with her. Yeah, she's doing. Say it again.
How's she doing?
She's doing good, man. She's doing blessed. She's doing good. She's doing good. Thank you for asking.
It's kind of funny, man, to hear you use a lingo that's kind of, you know, in slang, that's common part of vernacular that we have in the United States, and you guys in Canada use the same slang terms such as Mom Dukes.
Yeah,
that's kind of cool, brother. Shout out to you, man.
Yes,
Shout out to
sir. Thank you.
To you guys in here. Guys, make sure you click that like button, because you know when you click that like button.
Oprah coming next.
Yes, sir.
Once I establish this as a place of truth, oh yeah,
Sheldon tonight is going to help us establish this as a place of truth. Shout out to you, brother.
My apologies for being late.
Oh man, you right on cue. Right on cue. We were just talking about and watching one of your videos. That helped us actually watch your 2-minute intro video for your channel. And you talked about how you have the glaucoma, or the hereditary glaucoma that end up affecting your sight. Could you give us, before we get started with anything else, run down the history of hereditary glaucoma, how it is a part of, you know, the history of your family, as well as how it impacted you?
Yes, sir. So on my mom's side, my mom's dad, he went blind at 55 years old from glaucoma. And my mom's dad, mother, so my great grandmother, she also went completely blind as well. And and my mom's from Jamaica. And on my dad's side, my dad is actually blind in one eye. And his dad, my grandfather, also went blind from glaucoma. So to make a long story short, I was diagnosed with glaucoma in 2001, and the glaucoma specialist told me that I got like the double whammy because both of my parents had it. That's when I because both of my parents have it. That's why I started losing my eyesight at such a young age, because I was diagnosed with glaucoma at the age of 23 years old. Yeah, I was diagnosed at the age of 23 years old. Yeah. And glaucoma, and I just want to say quickly what it is. It's like it's fluid that builds up. It builds up in the back of your eye, and that fluid like pretty much destroys all of the optic nerves that connect to your brain. Yeah.
Is it? Let me ask you this: is it something that a person can get examined for to see if it's a part of their family or hereditary?
100%, yes. So if my mom would have known that I would have got it at such a young age, obviously she would have got me tested, right? But she thought that, it was like an eye disease for like older people. She didn't realize that I would have been diagnosed with glaucoma at such a young age, right?
I can understand that because I would have thought about it like that as well. And most of us have been raised to think that it's something that happens to older people. So I can understand.
Right, exactly. Like when I was usually when I'm at the hospital in the waiting area, like a lot of the senior citizens are like, "Hey, young man, what are you doing here? You're too young to be here." And I'm like, "I have glaucoma." And they're like, "How do you have glaucoma? You look too young." And I'm like, "Yeah, both of my parents have it. And I got like the double whammy."
Wow. Yeah, I'm not gonna complain about my little glasses anymore. Let me enjoy these prescription glasses. Okay, let's fast forward to the moment that you found out that that, like you said, I went to sleep and I woke up at a certain age and I couldn't see. What was that age and what took place overnight? Was it a slow progression or was it just something that just hit you and you woke up the next morning, like you said, and you just couldn't see?
So I'm going to keep it real with you. When I was in jail, I was doing a year in jail, and I was looking in the mirror, and I realized that like my right eye was blurry, and so I told the guard to like send me to the doctor, and then when they sent me to the doctor, they actually brought me to a specialist, and then that specialist actually examined me. And he was the one that actually diagnosed me with glaucoma and told me that, I have it and like I'm losing my eyesight. And he asked me how much time that I have left. I was actually examined in October and I was getting out in December. So he told me as soon as I get out to go see a specialist and I'm going to have to do surgery. And that's exactly what I did. So when I got out, I went to go to the hospital. I went to the hospital and saw a glaucoma specialist and I did an emergency surgery. And and so that was in 2001. And then the doctor gave me 3 eye drops, and he literally told me that I need to take these 3 eye drops religiously. And I was young and dumb, living that street life, and because I was a knucklehead and I was hard of hearing, I pretty much speed up the process of me going blind because I ended up becoming my best customer while I was trying to like make money on the streets as a dope boy. And 2010. I woke up blind. I woke up completely blind in 2010. Yeah.
Wow.
But at the end of the day, I look at it as a blessing because I'm going to be real with you. Like if I didn't lose my eyesight in 2010, first of all, I wouldn't even be having this conversation with you. I probably would be dead or in jail. Like I had a lot of friends that died, living that street life. I had 2 friends that got assassinated in 2007. I had another friend, a really, really good friend that died from a cocaine overdose in 2005, rest in peace to my brother Frozen. And just a lot of things just were happening. And if I didn't lose my eyesight, I wouldn't be here right now. And honestly, when I woke up blind, October, it was like a week before my birthday in 2010. I woke up blind and I was crying and smiling at the same time because I looked at it as like, this is God forcing me to stop living the life I was living because I was going down that path of destruction. And that's why I tell people today, like, being blind is a blessing because I wouldn't be where I am today if I didn't lose my eyesight.
Oh yeah, take it from me, brother. I know.
Mhm.
I know a lot of people would consider me being in the federal penitentiary for 10 years not necessarily a blessing, but the person that came out of that prison was completely different than the person that went into that prison. So a lot of times God does allow certain things to unfold in life to open our eyes, you know, pun intended,
Right.
to be able to walk the life that we deserve to walk. You know, the life that you and I are living, we deserve to have these type of lives. Not because it's something special about us, but these were the lives that we were supposed to be walking from the get-go.
Right,
Unfortunately,
exactly.
you know, certain things that happened to us allowed us to move forward. Let me get to the super chat real quick. If not, it's cool. Shout out to you, brother. He said, I'm just here for the knowledge, and Andre more than provides that. Shout out to you being here, brother. Appreciate you. And if not, it's cool. You also have your moderator's wrench officially. So you are officially a moderator on the channel, brother. So congratulations to you in regards to that. And thank you for supporting us on a regular basis, brother. You always been there. And you've been consistent ever since you started watching the channel. I appreciate that, brother. Let's fast forward to the adventures.
Yes, sir.
First trip is to where? Your first trip is?
So in 2020, the beginning of the pandemic, my friend called me up and he asked me if I wanted to come to the Dominican Republic with him because he's been going to the DR since 2010. He actually had a friend that got married down there. He actually met a woman down there in Puerto Plata and got married. So him and his friends, he's from Montreal. He's from Quebec. I don't know if you heard of Montreal. Have you? Or
oh yeah, a lot of people don't realize this. Montreal Jazz Festival is the world's largest celebration. Not the one in Rio, not any of them that are in Europe, not Coachella in California. The number one world's largest celebrating. Actually, Canada has two of them. Two of the world. I didn't even notice this in the top 10 list of actually in the top 10 list of world's largest celebration. Canada actually has two of the world's largest in the top 7 list, but the largest is the Montreal Jazz Festival.
Yes, sir.
2 million people per year celebrate jazz during that time period. So yes, and I've been knowing about coming from Detroit, I've been knowing about the Montreal Jazz Festival for a while. So yes, I do know about Montreal. And plus I grew up watching Canadian football and hockey.
Okay.
Shout out to my BC Lions. Shout out to my BC Lions.
Oh, you know it. Yeah, so he told me to, come down to the DR and meet him there. I was nervous in the beginning and I told him, okay, no problem. So I went to renew my passport and I haven't traveled since 1998, right? So when I went to the passport office, I could tell the lady was looking at me funny, like, you're a kid in this picture. So I got my ticket and I flew to Punta Cana and I met him there at the airport, and no word of a lie, my hand to God, as soon as I walked out that airport, I felt this huge weight just lift off of my shoulders because I felt like after losing my eyesight, I was the underdog. And people would tell me, you can't do this. You can't do that. You're blind. Why are you traveling for if you can't see? Once I walked out that airport and I smelled the air, I can feel the air. Like my senses are really heightened, right? So I can smells, touch, taste. Like I can taste the air. I'm just picturing it right now. Like it has that nice wood burn type of smell when I was walking out that airport in Punta Cana. Just like being on the beach, hearing the language, the music. I was like, what are people talking about? Like, you don't have to see to actually, travel. Even when I was on the beach listening to the ocean sounded so therapeutic. You know how people listen to ocean sounds and stuff like that to put themselves. Yeah. So I was so overwhelmed. And then after my friend, after 3 days of being in the resort, my buddy's like, do you really want to experience the DR? I'm like, hell yeah. So we got a rental and we drove to Santo Domingo. And then from Santo Domingo, we drove to Santiago, where his girl's from. She's from El Congo. And then from El Congo, we drove to Puerto Plata, Sasua, and Cabalete, and then went back
Mhm.
to Santiago. So I was there for 2 weeks, flew back to Canada, Toronto, where I'm from Toronto, guys. And I called them a week later and I told him, hey, dude, like, I want to come back, but this time I want to come back for longer. He goes, yo, mi casa, your casa. So I went back for 2 months. And I went back for 2 months. Like, that's where my life changed completely. And that's where I'm like, I got to start a YouTube channel. Got a girlfriend down there. Like, it was just, man.
There we go. You and I talked earlier, speaking of girlfriends, man. And see, that's what, man, that's what I'm talking about. Everything is not all about being in a rush. We talked about this the other day on the live stream, guys. Sometimes your first trip is not your funnest trip. It might be your funnest trip, might be your second or your third trip to a country.
Yes.
Sometimes it's your first trip and your second trip is recon. You're checking out to see if this is the country where you want to live. Okay, what area do I want to be in the north of? For example, my favorite city in DR when we lived there a month is Santo Domingo. We love it. We love the food, the people, the beach life on that area. The only thing about it is it's a little bit more hotter than up north in the Sosúa and Puerto Plata area. So up north is a little cooler. But the drawback of being in Santo Domingo is that it's a little bit hotter. So you want to make a decision on where you want to go, guys. But just like my brother said, or showcase, that patience will pay off. And then he realized, okay, this is where I want to go. And I want to go there even more to make sure that my enjoyment was wonderful. Let me ask you this. Nobody ever talks about this. How long is the flight and what is the route for the flight from Canada, from Toronto to DR?
So it was about 4 hours. Yeah, it was like 4 hours and maybe like 20 minutes. Yeah, and I flew the first time I flew with Air Canada. And it was about 4 hours. And then when I flew into Punta Cana, when I flew into Puerto Plata the second time, I flew with WestJet. Yeah.
I'm with you. I know exactly how you did your route. I know exactly how you do it.
So I'm not, I guess with WestJet, flying to Puerto Plata would be from Toronto, I guess. You're flying over like Washington, D.C. and stuff like that, I think? Or
Yep.
Right.
Let me give a quick shout out, Sheldon, to my man Uriah, favorite Bible man. Uriah with the $10 super chat. He says, salute Andre, Sheldon, and all the good people in the chat. Chat lives matters. He says, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and support the channel. Also, when you guys are supporting the channel, make sure I've been dropping the link all this evening for you guys to actually support Sheldon's channel. I'm about to drop that link one more time. There is no reason why all 87 of us are not a part of this brother's channel, because I'm telling you, like I mentioned before, he brings some excellent content to the table, man.
Thank you.
Excellent
guys.
work.
Thank you.
Love
Thank
the
you
thumbnails.
So
Yeah, oh man, you doing it, brother. You doing it. I'm like, yeah, he doing it just right.
Thank you so much.
And I'm telling you, man, what I learned when I first started 5 years ago. We got 5 channels, and I learned when you treat it like a business, it'll treat you. It'll take care of you, brother.
Yeah,
and I mean, it'll take care of you economically in ways that you never imagined. While everybody else is still looking at YouTube as it's a young people thing. It's something that it's a flash by night, bruh. While those people still looking at it like that, dudes like you and I could easily make $500,000 to $1 million over. We've already passed that threshold, and I showed my receipts.
Yes, sir.
On the YouTube channel a couple months ago. So you really can be successful in this, and that personality that you got, bruh. Goodness.
Thank you. And I just want to share this with everybody. I've never actually shared this with anybody before, but in 2021, when I was still in the DR, when I got back to Toronto in February, because I left in 2020 in December. So when I got back in February, I actually called my bank, and I have like life savings. I have like my savings, right? Like my RDSP is like, it's called Retirement Disability Savings Plan. And I called the financial advisor and I told him that, hey, I'm starting a YouTube channel and I'm taking all of my money out. He told me, you're crazy. And I'm like, yo, like, I believe in myself. Like, I believe, you know, I can do this. I believe that my YouTube channel will become successful. And I'll be back once I start making money to put the money back into my RDSPs. And he's like, do whatever you want to do then. And that's exactly what I did. So 2021, I took out my savings. I actually started my YouTube channel, but I wasn't taking it seriously.
Like most of us.
Yeah, I wasn't taking it seriously. 2022 is when I was like, okay, I just spent all my money.
So let me be real with this.
Yeah. So when I went to Costa Rica in 2022, that's when I was like, okay, I gotta really be serious with this, because I actually had such an amazing time in Costa Rica. Yeah, I really had such a great time in Costa Rica when I was there. Yeah.
That's good, man. It looks like you had fun on your channel as well. So guys, make sure you not only subscribe, make sure you watch his content, man, because he has some really great information on his content, man. You guys will really be motivated after watching some of the things that he does and enjoys. So it's one thing to subscribe. It's another thing to make sure the brother makes money by watching his content. So shout out to you guys that are here. And shout out once again to my man, Malik, who says in the super chat, he says, I hate that he lost his sight, but not his life. Glad that you didn't lose your life. He said, because them streets is a motherfucker.
Yeah.
He said, blessings to the bro. Yes, it is. Blessings, man. Blessings, bro.
Because the crazy thing is, like, the things that we celebrate in our culture, it's ass backwards. It just doesn't make sense. Because I remember growing up, one of my friends came home from jail, and everybody was, the whole block, the whole neighborhood was celebrating. And then I had another friend that graduated and nobody cared.
Was there.
I was like, yo, man.
I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious, you are 100% correct.
Yeah, I don't get it, man.
That reminds me of a story time, guys. This reminds me of a story when I was a college recruiter, when I came out, of a son. He had turned, like, he was 19 years old. He wanted to go to college, and his mother would not sign the forms for the Pell Grant for him to get loans to be able to go to college. 6 months later, because this kid wasn't in college, you know, idle mind, devil's workshop, he ends up in jail. Do you know mom was willing to put her house up for the bond to get him out of jail? I'm like, wait a minute. You telling me you wouldn't fill out the forms for your son to go to college, but you would fill out the forms to pay your son's bond and put your house up so he can get out of jail? When all you had to do from the get-go was make sure that he had the forms filled out to go to college. That's how, you're absolutely correct. It is bass backwards in our community in many ways.
And I just want to say also too, when I was in Amsterdam and Czech Republic, like, remember I told you earlier when I was talking to you, I met an 18-year-old kid from Las Vegas, and he builds race cars, and he was backpacking across Europe. This kid told me that he met a girl and the Ukraine, and I'm just like scratching my head saying, like, ever since I've been like going from like European country to European country, I'm meeting a bunch of like white, you know what I mean, like kids like traveling the world, and I'm saying to myself, you don't really see too many young black men that age, you know, backpacking, traveling. We're just like stuck in this like vicious cycle in our culture, you know. And I honestly, like, I advocate for young black men to grab a backpack and go backpacking across Europe. You know, like I even tell young black men today too, hey, if you want to travel for the first time, go to the Dominican Republic. I'm telling you, they'll show you love there. That's where you should start, in the Dominican Republic. That's where I started.
Yep. Absolutely correct. We're starting to see a lot more Austin Hollemans, but we need a lot more out there of young men, actually, you know, because they've made movies about them, about young white guys doing it. Shout out to young white guys. They've got books written. You know, Mom, I'm not going directly to college. I'm going to discover myself. Me and Kimberly and Tim, we're all going out to Europe and ride motorcycles from one side of the continent to the other. And the parents will fund it and say, okay, be safe. Call me if there's any emergencies. And they're living from brothel to brothel to brothel. And you and I talk about this, not brothel, but hostel.
Hostel to hostel.
Hostel to hostel. And you and I talked about this earlier. Could you explain to guys who don't know this, about hostels in Europe are amazing compared to hostels in other countries?
Oh man, let me tell you guys, all of my friends here in Toronto were laughing at me saying hostels are for homeless people. I'm like, I was scared. Yeah, I was scared to go to a hostel. The first hostel I ended up in was in Amsterdam. It was called Hunks Brinker. And that hostel was better than a hotel. It had a nightclub in the basement. I had a bar. I had a restaurant. It had every morning. I had a buffet, and I'm talking beautiful women from all over the world: Australia, the Ukraine, England, freaking Germany. Like it was probably one of the best hostels I've ever been in. It's called Hunks Brinker in Amsterdam. I met some girls from it was lit. Yeah.
We experienced the same thing when we were in Paris. We got a hostel, bruh. This hostel was you swear it was a top-notch hotel. And the funny part was the front desk was on one street, and the hostel. It's come on now, you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
itself is like 2-3 blocks down.
Yeah,
and I'm telling you,
like that Czech Republic.
Yeah, the breakfast was amazing. The food was good. The staff was wonderful. It was super clean. And I'm talking about the room size that we just had just to ourselves. So you can get the one where you can meet a group, be on bunk beds.
Yeah, dorms. Or private rooms. Yeah.
Or you can get the private room. So Andrea and I together, so we get the private room ones. And I kid you not, bruh, it is amazing.
Yes, sir.
I thought my man, that doesn't work for me, brother. He says this. He said that's the first time I've heard that hostels are for homeless people. Yeah, he said because it's not. We have a misconception in the United States or in Canada about what we see what would be a hostel, and then we've seen the horror movie Hostel, and so we're thinking like, oh man, this is bad, it's filthy, this is not good. But bruh, in Europe, it's a completely different dance. That's why I understand why the white kids can go from city to city to city, from hostel to hostel to hostel, because they look amazing, bro. I won't even lie.
And I just want to share a little secret with you guys too. So when I was planning my trip to go to Medellin, Colombia, I was actually going to stay at a hostel. So when I started Google searching hostels in Medellin, Colombia, a lot of people don't know this, but Medellin, Colombia has the best hostels in the world.
Wow, yes. I didn't know that.
Yeah, there was one hostel that had a rooftop pool in Medellin. Yeah,
wow.
My friend stayed at a hostel in Medellin, and he said it was one of the best hostels he's ever stayed. Me personally, I thought Colombia would be the last place to have a nice hostel. Sorry to say that, guys. I actually
stayed at a hostel in Medellin. I gotta admit, it was nice. I could actually bring chicks back because I had a private room because I knew I was gonna be smashing chicks. So even though the dorm was right down the hall, I had one of the private rooms because I knew I was going to be bringing a few of the ladies through.
Yes, sir.
Like, it was nice breakfast. They had events that you can do. They had Spanish speaking classes at the hostel. They had salsa classes at the hostel that you could be a part of. They also here in Cali, they have the party buses come and pick everybody up at the hostel and take you to the clubs all around Cali, Colombia.
Wow, I did not know that. That is sick.
Yeah.
That is sick. That is sick.
Yeah.
And the thing is, the reason why, sorry for cutting you off, the reason why I recommend hostels, because if you're a first-time traveler and you don't want to be alone, and you want to meet other like-minded travelers, go to a hostel. And then once you get a little bit of experience, then get yourself an Airbnb, or if you want to spend a little extra money, go get a nice hotel. But hostels are fun. Hostels are really, really fun.
Yeah. That I can attest to. And we've even been in hostels and hotel. We've been in fancy hotels in Cartagena, and we've been in some nice hostels that you wouldn't even know was a hostel. That's the because guys that know us, me and Andrew, y'all know we bougie. So it's gotta be a nice spot for us to lay our heads in it. And I kid you not, guys.
Right.
Don't take hostels for granted. Uriah says, didn't even think about a hostel. So now he knows. We're giving away secrets today, guys. earlier we talked about you and Sheldon and I talked about the difference between women in Canada and you know, as far as girlfriend experience, and the difference between women in Latin America, such as your girlfriend in DR. You and I talked about some of those differences. What are some of the things that you learned that between the difference between the women in the West and Canada? Because we always talk about in the United States, but there are differences between the women that are in Canada, in your case, Toronto, and women that are, you know, the women that are on the islands, such as DR. What are some of the things that you noticed?
So huge difference for me. So when I flew in the first time and I met my ex-girl, you know, we were talking for a little bit. And then when I went back for 2 months, you know, we were dating. And I remember we were at a friend's bar, like, you know, those outside bars. And it was really, really hot. We're in El Congo. And as soon as I started sweating, I was getting ready to ask my friend to get me some like paper towel. I didn't even have to ask. Like, she literally started dabbing my forehead and wiping my chest. And I got spooked out for a second. I'm like, huh? I'm like, who was that? And then she started laughing and she's like, it's me, silly. And then I was like, oh, wow, that was the first. Like, that's like, I didn't even have to ask her for like a paper towel. No argument of like, why didn't I bring a towel with me? You know what I mean? Also, too, there was one night where we smashed. And then after we were chilling in the living room, and out of nowhere, she came with a bowl of like some macaroni and cheese. And then she told me to like, she was putting a spoon in my mouth. And I'm like, what is this? I'm like, what are you doing? And she's like, oh, I'm like, are you feeding me? I'm like, damn. I'm like, okay, cool, right? Then after a few, you know, times of feeding, I told her, no, you don't have to feed me. I'm not a baby. But like my ex-girlfriend here in Toronto, when I went to Niagara Falls with her, I started busting a sweat, and I'm like, shoot, you know, like I forgot my little like towel, right? And then she's like, why didn't you bring it? You always forget. And then I'm like, can you get me a paper towel? She goes, I don't know where the bath. Then we started arguing about me sweating.
Wow.
And it's like, and I'm like saying to her, like, yo, like, why are we arguing? Like, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, why are we arguing about something stupid like this, right? It's just always an argument, right? And it's just, like, oh, man. Night and day.
Like night and day.
Tell you, when it comes
Night
to dating, like night and day, man.
I was mentioning to you earlier, and I'm going to mention to you guys what I mentioned to Sheldon. I've been married to Andrea 5 years. We've been together 6. I'm still not used to being catered to the way that Andrea caters to me. I kid you not. And I'll sit there and I'll play cool as if I'm used to it, Sheldon. But I'm literally looking at my wife like she's moving in slow motion. Like, I can't believe it. You know, you got to look cool. But in my mind, I'm thinking like, I cannot believe I'm actually seeing her do this for me, do that for me. You know, as far as my blood pressure, because high blood pressure runs in my family. My wife went to the pharmacy and bought a blood pressure machine.
Wow. So
she can check my blood pressure periodically. Let me make sure, you know, your blood pressure is good. I'm like, did this woman actually, I wouldn't have bought me a blood pressure machine. And my wife actually bought a blood pressure machine to make sure her husband, man, dude, women in the States want me to pass on so they can get that insurance money.
Right.
They are not trying to make sure I live a healthy, long life. And I appreciate those little things, man. After 5-6 years, I'm still amazed at, like you said, the little dapping of the forehead, or making sure that, you know, that everything is good and up to par with me for those little small things.
Like little things. Like she would make me, like my friend had a Christmas party. You know, in the DR, they celebrate Christmas on the 24th.
They do it
of
here
December.
Too.
Okay. And, you know, the family bought a huge roast, like a huge pig, a whole pig and everything. And she was feeding me again. And then she was making drinks for me. And again, like, this is something that I'm not used to, because like in Canada, like in Toronto, obviously it's like United States. It's like, you are the one that has to go all out for your girl. You are the one that has to like put her on a pedestal. Like I remember just like spending thousands and thousands of dollars on my ex-girl, like, you know, like trying to keep up with the Joneses, right? And I'm I'm saying to myself, like, there's no way I can work a 9 to 5 to keep up with this lifestyle. That's another reason what kept me, you know, on the streets. It's just because this everything is so expensive, and just like, you know, trying to just, again, keeping up with the Joneses, and you know, like dating abroad, dating overseas, it's a whole lot cheaper. You know, and you're meeting, I don't like using the word submissive, but you're meeting women that will cooperate with you, and they just like more, I guess more traditional, like family values, right? Than a lot of these, you know, like, I guess Gen Z's, like, I don't know, like this modern women here today, right? Yeah.
One of the brothers, my man Mad Dollars, he says this. He said Toronto women, because he's up in that area as well. He says Toronto women are quasi-modern. He said they have been slowly infected by the Matrix.
Yes,
by the Matrix.
That's facts.
He says getting worse. He said, bro is 1000% correct.
Right. Before I went to Colombia, you're gonna laugh at this. Before I went to Colombia, because I don't have problem meeting girls. Before I went to Colombia, I met this girl on Hinge.
Pause.
All right.
Pause. I'm not going to let you let that slide by, because I've been talking about that for the longest of no excuse. This is no excuse night. Sheldon, could you say that again? You have no problem.
I have no problem meeting women. No problem meeting women. Like before I left to go to Colombia, I was on a dating app called Hinge, and this girl hit me up. She's originally from the Bahamas, but she's been living in Canada for 7 years, right? So I'm thinking, okay, maybe she still has that island vibe, you know what I mean? Where she's not like this Matrix type of woman, right? And it was her birthday, but it wasn't her birthday that day. But she told me the whole week is her birthday. And I'm like, here we go.
No, we got
Once the girl told me that the whole week is her birthday, yeah, I'm like, here we go. So I had the waiter and everybody at the restaurant sing happy birthday to her. And then I'm like, you want a shot? Once I heard her say, do you have Patron? I'm like, please say no. The guy said no. He goes, and they say, do you have Don Julio? And I'm like, oh, dear God. Bam. When I got the bill, I was like, the bill was $220. And I was like, damn, you know what I mean? And then after, she gave me a quick little hug, and she's like, what are you doing tomorrow? And I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, nothing. She goes, you want to go for lunch? So I'm thinking, okay, I just invested $220 in this girl. Let's go for lunch. I want to know what's going to happen, right? So we go to a taco spot for lunch on Bloor Street, and the bill came up to $82, and she didn't make no movement, and she ordered food to take home. And I was just like, oh, wow. So I paid another bill. So bam, right there, was that $300 and $300. So that was strike two. So strike three, she's like, okay, today's my birthday. Like, you know, so I'm like, okay, cool. She goes, you want to do something? I'm like, hell no. I'm like, you want to do? I'm like, you can come to my house and I'll cook for you. She goes, okay. Right. I still ended up spending $100 at the grocery store, and then I cooked some shrimp and some steak for her, bought her some wine and some tequila. And yeah, when she came here after dinner, we were making out, and she's like, oh, can we take it slow? I'm like, take it slow. This is date number 3. And then I was like, I'm done. That's $400 I spent in one freaking week, and I don't even have a job. And then after, she's like, hey, what are you up to? You know, hey, big head. I'm like, I'm going to Colombia. She goes, really? I go, yeah, I'm going to Colombia. And then when I took a picture of myself in Colombia, she left a message saying, oh, man, you look good. Call me when you get back. I'm like, hell no, man. You know what I mean? Like, $400, no much. You can do so much for $400 in Colombia.
Absolutely.
Like, it's crazy that, and I feel sorry for young men that you're spending hundreds of. What happened back in the days? You take a girl for a pizza or Chinese. People spending hundreds of dollars on dates. That's crazy. It's not like your girlfriend or your wife, you know?
Right. And my man E-Man said, he said, you didn't send her a paragraph text, did you? Because there was a crazy dude yesterday that we looked at on the show, and he sent paragraph after paragraph, and because the one female took him on, he took a female out on a date for a birthday, and then came back from Colombia and became her stalker. And so and was sending paragraphs like crazy out to the woman. Let's give some shout outs to some of these guys in the super chats, such as my man Uriah. Thank you very much, Uriah, for gifting not only one, but also gifting 2 Love Crossing Borders memberships. Shout out to you guys for joining. Each one of you guys that received a membership from Uriah. Appreciate you guys being a part of the Love Crossing Borders family. Shout out also to my man Victory. Countdown Victory. Countdown. Wish you was here this weekend, bro. Some of us might be going out salsa to the salsa spots a little later on. He said, "What's up, everyone? Coming in late." He said, "But I had to catch this one while I'm packing." Yeah, I'll be at the airport to pick you up, brother, in a couple days. So looking forward to seeing you again, bro. Shout out to you for being here. He said, women never deserve dates, just hangouts, just hanging out with them. And it's kind of funny because here in Colombia, you know how, as you well know, how inexpensive dating or hanging out can be compared to the States. Yeah. It could be everything from just going to a park and some ice cream, or an inexpensive lunch or dinner, or just some drinks, some aguardiente, and they happy.
Right.
They are happy.
Right.
As long as you're a good dude.
Yeah, exactly. And for the young men out there who are not having any luck meeting any women, like, just watch a little bit of Kevin Samuels, because like, rest in peace to Kevin Samuels, because I remember when I first started watching him, before he was interviewing women, he was like interviewing men, right? And then I'm watching him and I'm saying to myself, like, how do men know not to clip their toenails and clip their nails and put deodorant on and, like, you know, some cologne and dress nice? It's just like, I don't know, like, my stepfather taught me these things.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, my stepfather had a cologne collection, watches, and these were not like expensive stuff. Like, he just always groomed himself. Like, I was just always taught to, you know what I mean? Like, groom yourself. Even like when even the dudes in the street, you know, I used to get a toothbrush and, like, literally, you know, scrub my shoes every day with the toothbrush. Yeah. You know, you always got to stay, like, once a woman sees that you take care of yourself, you don't really have to say much.
Sheldon, I've been preaching grooming in Colombia for years. I've been telling guys, it's not about the brand, it's about the grooming. Do you take care of your teeth? How's your breath? Are you getting your hair cut? Are you you know, are you ironing your shirt, or is it presentable? Do you have a great personality to go along with those fly clothes? That's all they're looking for in South America. They don't know what the latest LeBrons are. They don't know what the latest this sports figures shoes or that sports figure shoes are. They know one thing: no matter what shoes you have on, are they clean? Exactly. Grooming is just as important as whatever brand that you guys decide to wear. Branding is cool, but just like you just said, it's those little things that women in South America that are doing. Shout out to my man Dre in the building, as well as Cortez and my man Mich T in the building. Shout out to you being here, as well as my man DJ Dave, always here. Yeah, you guys, you know, like I always say, a decent button-down shirt, a decent polo shirt, and a decent t-shirt will get you some doors opened up in Colombia. And speaking of smell goods and colognes, cologne of the evening, in which I'm wearing, is a basic one that you can get at your favorite Walmart, Walgreens, Target. This is a classic. It is a brandy scent, and it is Bentley for Men. Bentley for Men Intense. That's what I'm wearing.
That's today. A good one.
But to take the Bentley for Men to another level, because the brandy in this, there's a cologne out that is by, I forget who it's by, and it is called Plum and Cognac. Excellent cologne when I smelled it, but that cologne is like $400 or $500. So here's what I did: I took my Bentley Intense, which has the whiskey and the brandy in it, and I mixed it today with my Plum brandy from Dewey. This is $33. This is a brand in which I have several of their colognes. Some of you guys have never seen me showcase this one, but this is, dude, you smell this one. This is 1000% sweet, manly plum. So it's plum, but to make it masculine, it's brandy. So when you put this on, women loving that sweet gourmet scent. I mean, it smells like food, but then when you mix it, it makes it even more makes it more manly with the Bentley intense. I'm telling you, dudes, your boy been smelling amazing all day long. Great head turning cologne combination, plum and brandy. So shout out to you guys in regards to these particular colognes. So always have your cologne with you guys. You guys always hear me when I say the 5 C's you need to have when you're traveling. A, bring your colognes. B, bring your condoms, guys. You don't want to be looking around for no condoms. C, bring your cash or your credit cards. D, bring your clothing. You don't have to bring much clothing, but make sure you bring your clothing. And the last but not least, the last C is common sense. Bring your common sense wherever you go traveling. What do you think about that list, Sheldon?
You hit the nail on the head. That is a perfect list, especially where you're mentioning the common sense. Before I went to Colombia, I watched your video, BMT and Razor Ray, and I think one other YouTuber, I can't remember. But I did my research before I went to Medellin, and don't get me wrong, like I was a bit nervous going there, but once I got there, again, like I just felt this relief, like how friendly people are, right? And then I realized that once you're not getting yourself into things, I think you should be all right? Because when I was there, my buddy came up to me and told me that he found out that there is a 1 a.m. curfew because I guess there's always bad apples in a bunch that were messing about with underage girls. Yeah. And I was like, whoa. Right. And then some dude that lives there told me that, also they were IDing people to walk in that park. So, but they were never doing that before. That was really new to me. And I just never, Medellin is like, wow, it was crazy. I've never experienced anything like that before. Like the amount of women just walking up and down in the streets all night it's crazy. Yeah. Yeah.
All day and all night.
Yeah.
Shout out to man Timothy. Timothy says this to me. He says, Andre, I'm about to study Spanish 1 hour per day for a year as a goal. Don't let me come to Colombia and you can't speak Spanish. And everyone else, this has been my Achilles heel for 6 years. My Spanish is broken here, broken there, but I never really sat down and took it as serious as I should have. I'm not using an excuse, but I'm just giving you guys an explanation because I hate using excuses. I have been so busy focusing on this brand as a business and really getting it off the ground, because we all know that over 80% of all business ventures fail within the first 5 years. So I really wanted to see the success of this. And I kept on telling myself, I got time. And then it's 6 years later. And then this the other problem that I was having. I was seeing success without even knowing Spanish. I've got my driver's license, no Spanish. Open up bank accounts, no Spanish. Credit cards, don't know Spanish. I've gotten, I've got leases and property. Everything is in my name, no Spanish. Traveling the country and meeting people, no Spanish. Got Spanish friends, no Spanish. So my problem was, like I said, no excuse, guys, but I'm being transparent. My problem was that I was accomplishing so much success without Spanish that I still didn't realize, Dre, if you're that successful without Spanish, imagine how far ahead you would have been with Spanish and how far ahead you would have, how sooner you would have accomplished those things, Andre, with Spanish. So now I'm starting to realize that, yes, Andre, you've acquired a certain amount of success without it, but just imagine the level of success that you can walk into once you master Spanish. So that's my goal. And remember what I said, guys, 2024 is dedicated to me finishing things that I started. So I'm not going to start any new projects or anything else.
That's amazing. Yeah. My goal for this year is to try to hit as many countries as I can, and not just South American countries. Like my pretty much my main goal is to try to hit every country in the world. Yeah, that's like right now I've been to like 16 countries. And yeah, like I want to continue Europe after I come back from Jamaica. Want to go to Australia. I want to go to New Zealand. Excuse me, New Zealand is really beautiful. I heard. I want to hit up African countries, Asian countries. I want to even go to like Greenland.
Me too.
I was in Iceland for a day, and Iceland seemed really nice, and I kind of want to go back there and actually spend maybe a week or so in Iceland. I would definitely want to hit up Denmark, Finland, especially Sweden. I heard that the women in Sweden show brothers mad love.
I could imagine. I could imagine. See, if I was single, I would have no problem with somebody getting their fetish in at my expense. Some dudes be like, they're just with you for the fetish. So be it, girl. So be it.
Right.
So be it. I ain't tripping on the fetish. Shout out to Corey Holcomb getting his passport, and he will be going to a new country soon. And so we're not going to make that announcement until tomorrow. A few of us YouTubers are going to make the announcement in regards to what country Corey is going to and why Corey Holcomb is going to be relocating to a new country and taking his show with him. So, and then Sean said, hey, Andre, have Andrea, your wife, teach you Spanish. Bruh, that's the worst thing. Since Andrea, see, you guys don't realize, all you guys in the WhatsApp group and all the travel groups that are with us, you guys have not helped me with my Spanish. Why? You and I have Andrea speaking more slang from the States because my wife already knew English, and now she learned all these slang terms. My wife, you sit up there and say, how you doing, Andrea? I'm Gucci. Andrea, what are you about to do? I'm finna go to the store. How many times have you ever heard a Colombian woman say, I'm finna go to the store? That's my wife. I'm talking to you guys and talking to me. So if y'all looking for Andrea to help me with Spanish, and this the other thing, Andrea's already told me. She said, Andre, my Spanish is, I'm the white girl that hang out with all black guys, and I mean black friends, and she's right. All Andre friends are black. Every one of them. All the ladies she hang out with, her gay friend, he's black. Bruh. So she says, my Spanish is that white girl in the States that sounds like she from the hood. She said, that's me in Spanish. So I ain't the teacher for you. I'm gonna show you some slang and some cuss words. She said, she said, now when I'm at work and I'm very articulate and professional. She said, but when I'm hanging out, I hang out with nothing but black people. So she said, so my Spanish is kind of like a, I live in, she said, I'm professional and ladylike, but my Spanish on a regular basis kind of like is not what you want to learn. It's like DR Spanish. And so I got to come up with a game plan on getting this Spanish down packed. Like I mentioned to you earlier, I'm eligible for my citizenship next year. And a part of that test for citizenship, you got to be fluent in Spanish. Just to take the test, you got to be fluent in Spanish. But a part of the test itself is not written, not just written, but is also you have to have a conversation with the person that's testing you. And if you don't pass that test, you don't get your citizenship.
Wow.
So you got to come back and take the exam like 2-3 weeks later.
Wow.
So yeah. And that's like Taylor Made Dreams. Shout out to Taylor Made Dreams in the building.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Russ.
Yes, sir. Russ says this. He said, what's happening, brother? He said, great topic. Sending love from Thailand.
Yes,
Shout
sir.
out to you, brother. Uh-oh, there we go. Shout out to you, Taylor Made Dreams, being in the building. I was talking to Russ earlier, and I was telling Russ that you were going to be on the show. So, man, I'm excited and glad that Russ made it in here. He said, DR Spanish is the worst. Yes, it is the worst. Andres is not that bad, but I understand what she's saying, that she speaks a lot of slang. And from talking to us in the WhatsApp groups, now she's speaking American slang. And, yeah, I'm purposely pulling back on my slang in the house after I heard my wife say finna. When I heard her say, I said, what are you about to do? Well, I'm finna go to the store real quick. I didn't say anything. I was like, did she just say finna? I said, oh no, y'all ain't about to sit up here and corrupt my wife. Listen to you guys in the WhatsApp group. so yeah, we're gonna have to do something about that. Shout out to you guys being here. I got other questions for you, Sheldon. In regards to your European experience, you have high praises like Tailor Made Dreams has done with me in the past for Germany. You really
I love Germany.
Why is that?
It just reminds me of how Toronto used to be in the 80s. Like just like in more of like an innocent time, like when I was in Berlin is kind of like, you have all these like historical buildings, and it's not as modern as it is, in Canada or like United States, right? Frankfurt is a little bit more modern, but I was staying in a nice little area called Offenbach, and the houses looked like gingerbread houses. My friend was telling me, and it was just like I just felt like I was back in time, like
Wow.
Yeah, I literally felt like I was back in time, right? So Germany, it's like it has this like Dutch, like this Dutch kind of like feel to it, like just again with the houses looking like gingerbread houses. Where I was staying in Offenbach, and
let me ask you this: did you go to Germany prior to losing your sight or after?
Oh no, this is actually after I lost my eyesight.
Man, that's amazing.
I was with a friend. Because when I flew into Germany, so when I flew into Frankfurt, I was there by myself for a couple of days, and then my friend and his uncle flew in after. Yeah, so I was just asking a whole lot of questions, and like I landed in Frankfurt. I didn't take an Uber. I took a regular taxi just to be safe because I was by myself. And then when I got to the hotel, the guy at the front desk is like, "You're here by yourself?" I said, "Yep." And he got me beer. He got me pizza. He was just explaining to me how the area is. He took care of me for the 2 days when my friends weren't there. Then when my friends got there, that's when we went to like, we went into like, what do you call it? The city center in Frankfurt. And then we actually rented an Audi A8 for 169 Canadian dollars for 3 days, dirt cheap. And then we drove on the Autobahn to Zurich, Switzerland. And we were there for a day in Zurich, Switzerland, went to Oliver Twist's bar. And then from Zurich, Switzerland, we drove to Berlin. Yeah, we drove to Berlin, and Berlin was really, really nice. And what I love about Germany, remember I was telling you earlier, Germany keeps our culture alive more than we do. There's people there that still breakdance. There's graffiti everywhere. I was at this one club where I'm like, what am I listening to? And the guy's like, this is German rap music. It's like they love our culture. Sometimes I'm like, these people love our culture more than we love our culture.
Or appreciate more.
Appreciate it more. You know what I mean? It's like they keep they keep the old hip hop alive. You know what I mean? Like they're not really listening to Sexy Red and these these new rappers. Like they're keeping like rest in peace the Guru, Gangstar, Public Enemy, Wu-Tang. They love Wu-Tang down there.
Wow, man, you said Gangstar, man. That was my dude. I was sick when he passed. I was like, man, shout out to the Guru, man. R.I.P. Earlier, I asked you a question. We're about to get into it about the ladies. Earlier, I asked you a question, and it was a private question. The question was, we hear the stories about when a person loses their sight, spidey senses kick in. And I asked you the question of, is it true that because you have to use your other senses, your intimacy changes and it gets better? You find that your performance as a man is better because you don't have your sight to lean on and you have your other factors to lean on. Is it true that sex is better?
So much better. Because the reason why it's so much better because you can't see the person, so you're more like touching touch, smell. For dudes, who go down that road, eat. But I don't really. But yeah, you know what I mean. So yeah, touch for me, it's touch and smell. Yeah. But yeah, like it's So like for an example, when I meet a girl, I would give her a handshake, and then I would rub my fingers down her hand, and I would feel her fingers, and I start feeling her nails, and then like once her nails are done, then I know that this is a woman that takes care of herself, because if she takes care of her nails, then she takes care of herself. And then also to, smell. And also to, I always say to myself, the longer the nails is, the more freakier the girl is. Shit.
Lessons learned.
Yeah. Which is true. So, yeah.
And you also, as you described earlier when we were talking, with the face, you also examine the face.
If I can read braille bumps on her face, that's a no-go. That means too many acne and she don't take care of herself.
Yeah, I heard it here first. The braille acne. If you got the braille acne.
Yeah, like if I'm touching her face and her face is all oily and a lot of bumps and stuff like that, man, that's a no for me. Trust me, that is a no for me.
All right, he already knows the backup. She's gonna be like, "Why? What's going on? Nothing, baby. Nothing. I got some things I need to do. I got to go see a man about a horse." But yeah, I'm with you.
And also too, like the women, you better be like smelling good if you're talking to a blind man, because their senses when it comes to smell is intense. Like I've literally sat down beside a girl before, and I'm like, "Whoa, she smells bad."
Yeah,
and that smell was coming from where I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I
know exactly what you're talking about. TaylorMade Dreams also says this. He says, "Shout out to the brother on the show," meaning you, Sheldon, demonstrating that you are the only person, meaning that any of us, we're the only persons that can hold us or hold you back. He said, "Got mad respect for you, brother."
Thank you, Russ. Thank you, man.
That's so true, brother. Shout out to you.
Every country I go to, I always meet a woman. Yeah.
Could you say that again?
I'll say it. Every country I go to, I always meet a woman.
Absolutely correct.
Yeah.
For the people in the back of the church, could you say that one more time?
Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. For those who are listening, every country I go to, I always meet a woman. Yeah. No excuses. I don't have problems meeting women here in Toronto. I just don't want to be spending hundreds of dollars on dates. I can get a plane ticket and go overseas, and it's cheaper to date overseas.
That's absolutely correct. And shout out to my man coming in, Black Nubian in the building. He's another Canadian brother.
I told this guy where I was from. He said, "Oh, Canada."
Oh yeah, shout out to you Canadian boys in the building. Canada is representing like you guys always do. Shout out to you. Let's continue on. We talked about Germany. Let's talk about what we talked about earlier, that you have traveled in your blood by way of your parents. Let's discuss that, because you're saying that your mom is from one area, your dad's from another area. Just put together, and they got you.
Yeah. So my mom is from a small town in Jamaica called Clarendon, and she came to Canada in 1970. But when she came to Canada, she was living on the outskirts of Alberta. And then after she flew into Toronto and met my dad. And my dad is from Africa. My dad's from Ghana. And my dad lived in Germany and Hamburg before he actually moved here to Toronto. And then I was born in 1976. I'm 47 years old. So I remember the first time I got on a plane, my mom, I was a bad kid. My mom brought me to the Pearson Airport in Toronto at the age of 12 in 1989. And she told me, "You're going to go stay in London, England with your cousin for the whole summer." And then I was like, okay. And this flight attendant, the security brought me to, because back then it was so easy. You didn't have to go through all the security stuff. So back then they just brought me right to the plane, sat down. The plane stunk of cigarettes. I tell people back then in 1989, people were smoking heavy on the plane. And I flew to the UK, and I lived there for the summer with my cousin. That was the first time. And then after I went to Jamaica, and in the 90s. It's a bittersweet, story right now. So I went to Jamaica 5 times from 1996 to 1998. I went to Jamaica 5 times because I was pretty much a mule for this dude that I knew. Me and all my friends, we would fly to Jamaica and swallow drugs, and fly back, and we barely got any money. The last time I did something like that was in 1998, and I swallowed a half a key of coke, and the guy that was packaging the stuff for me said to me, like, "You're dumb," and I'm like, "Why?" He told me, if one of these tablets unravel in your stomach, you're dead. And then he said to me, "How much are you getting paid?" I told him like $5,000, and he told me, like, "This is not even like the money. Like, your life is not worth the money." You know what I mean? And then I'm like, "You're right." And then that was the last time I traveled. It was in 1998 when I had my eyesight. So that's why 2020, when I got off the plane in Punta Cana, like, I felt this huge weight just lift off my shoulders, because I was like, wow, like, I'm not here on a mission. I'm here, to live my life and live my best life. And, I look at it as, like, if I was able to face my fears back then, I should be able to face my fears now as a blind person traveling the world by myself, right? Because a lot of people are like, yo, like, aren't you scared traveling the world by yourself? I'm like, no, man. If I told them my story and a lot of the stuff that I had to go through, people would understand that, like, traveling is nothing. Like, I'm not trying to brag or boast, and I don't like glorifying my past, but, like, like, I've lived in really bad areas. I've been in a couple of shootouts, and it's just, I told you I've been in jail for a year and stuff, and nothing to be proud of, but at the same time, that just kept me, like, not scared to, travel by myself. Like, traveling by yourself is not really, for me, it's not really a big thing. Like, it's like, it's not like, like, I don't know, traveling by yourself is not really like, you're not really risking your life like how you think you are. You know what I mean? Like, I was telling you earlier, majority of people in the world are good people. They're not going to rob a blind person. It's the minority of people that would rob a blind person. I would say 1 out of every 1,000 people would, like, rob a blind person, or, take advantage of a vulnerable person. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's so true. That is so true. I mean, you make an excellent point, and it's kind of funny that you were talking about you and I were talking about this earlier, talking about our past in the illegal activities of pharmaceuticals. And I remember one guy, African brother, story time, guys, African brother, while I was in the feds, they found him slumped over in the shower.
Wow.
And they were like, okay, what happened? And he went out on visitation, and he put some balloons. He swallowed some balloons with drugs in them. And one of those balloons popped in his stomach. And he tried his best he ran in the bathroom, in the shower, to try to throw it up to keep from getting caught by the guards. And instead of going to the guards for help, he tried to handle it himself, and he never walked out of that shower. So, shout out to you.
Deep.
The Lord definitely had a reason for you to.
The reason why I say that is that is so deep, because after, like, I swallowed, the 18, zips, whatever, my flight got delayed until the next day, and that was in Montego Bay, and then they put us up at the Holiday Inn back then, and I was almost in tears. The person was telling me, drink lots of Pepto-Bismol so your stomach acids don't eat through, like, the balloons.
Oh, and that's a good point.
So you telling me the story is giving me goosebumps right now. Because I'm telling you, man, when I woke up blind, I'm not lying to you, man. I cried and I smiled at the same time, because I was like, God has given me a second chance at life. Like, I tell people, when I had my eyesight back then, I was blind. Now that I'm blind, I can finally see. It took me losing my eyesight to literally wake up and actually, change my life. You know, like my barber tells me all the time, it's so crazy that your life is better today than it was back then. You know, it's crazy. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I
Thanks for sharing that.
agree. Yeah, I'll never forget that. He was young, man. He was maybe like 20. He was my age, like 23, 24. And they found him slumped over in that shower, Jessup, Georgia prison, federal prison in Jessup, Georgia, right outside of Atlanta, 4 hours outside of Atlanta. That's where we were located, and I'll never forget that. But there's something that I want to show that's on your channel. I just want to show guys a little bit of this portion, not a video, but just this little short YouTube short that you have on your channel. And I want you to share the story of, let's go to the short, of you and the brother, the quadriplegic leading the blind.
Man, shout out to Quad
through
Squad.
the airport.
Yes.
You guys are in Cancun, walking through the airport. Come on, man. You guys have shout out. Shout out to him and shout out to you. You got the brother that's quadriplegic.
Yes.
Traveling in Cancun, leading the blind man.
Shout out to my brother, Nick. He also has a YouTube channel called Quad Squad with W's, not U's. So it's Quad Squad with spelt with W's. Yeah. And he broke his neck 12 years ago from a snowboarding accident. So 12 years ago, he broke his neck from a snowboarding accident. Somebody landed on his head with their snowboard doing some type of jump off of some hill.
Wow.
And so we've been friends since 2018. And last year, he messaged me and he was like, dude, like, you're such an inspiration with your travels. He goes, you got balls, bro. He goes, I can't believe you're traveling to some of these countries by yourself. Because I went to Czech Republic by myself, Amsterdam by myself, Cuba by myself. And he's like, yo, I want to go to Costa Rica. So I gave him some tricks and tips and things to do in Costa Rica. And he went there with a wheelchair company called Wheels of World. And but they charged him like $20,000 to do that trip. Yeah, it was a 10-day trip in Costa Rica. So this time around, he called me. He's like, I don't want to pay that much money every time I have to travel. I want a budget. I told him, bro, you're with the right person. So we decided he wanted to go to Cancun, Mexico. So I'm like, bro, anywhere you want to go, let's go. So we went to Cancun, Mexico, and we got the trip for 850 Canadian dollars with flight and hotel for each person, for me, him, and his PSW. A PSW is his peer support worker, like his nurse.
Right.
And we stayed at the Residence Inn by Marriott at the end of the hotel zone. And we had the best time of our lives, man. We had the best time. I have some videos that I haven't edited yet. My editor's working on it right now, but I have a lot of videos with him. And people in Mexico showed him so much love, man. The women showed him. There were women dancing on him, in the nightclub. Like, it was mad love.
Mad at him.
And listen to this, man. Shout out to Bobby, man. This brother that we met. He picked him up from his wheelchair and brought him up the stairs into the nightclub.
There we go. Shout out to Bobby.
Shout out to Bobby. Yeah,
yes,
man.
Sir.
He's from Denver,
That's
Colorado.
Great.
Yes, sir, man. Amazing
That's what
brother.
I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
We're everywhere.
And he brought all the girls. He brought all the girls to dance with him and also dance with me. And amazing, man. Amazing experience. Yeah, man, that was my second time. That was my second time in Cancun. The first time I went to Cancun, first I went to Mexico. I was in Playa del Carmen. And it was mad love. It was mad love. But Mexico is definitely not on the top of the list to, travel to. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
What's your favorite? Favorite city thus far?
Oh man, you guys are gonna laugh. Obviously, it's Colombia, Medellin, but I'm gonna say Costa Rica. First is Costa Rica, then obviously it's Colombia. Love Medellin, love love Cali. Sorry, and then I would say for my third country is Amsterdam, because I do smoke bud, and I went to Mike Tyson's new coffee shop in Amsterdam.
Oh wow!
That was Oh yeah, I actually did a short at his coffee shop, and so that's number 3. So I would say number 4 would be Germany, and number 5 would be the Dominican Republic is my second home. The Dominican Republic is my second home because, like, they show me nothing but love in El Congo and Santiago. Yeah,
That's what's up, man. We're right now looking at your video when you and my man was in Cancun, and y'all walking down the strip, and it's just it's lit up, man. Lit, definitely lit.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. But I want people to know that, like, traveling can be expensive, but you can get really good deals. Like, trust me, like, I got a cheap ticket to Germany for 929 Canadian dollars. That's like roughly what, like 600 American bucks, I think. Yeah. So, like, it can be expensive if you want it to be expensive, but it could also be cheap as well too.
Yeah, yes, I see you guys are having a good time, man. You in the club. Look, my man got the late. He up there. I ain't mad at you, brother. You and your boy.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Just having a good time, man.
That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. I'm definitely looking forward to going to Thailand and hit up Russ.
Yeah, definitely. That's the man they hit up. You got Russ down there. You got Richie Mack. You got Chocolate Man in Thailand. Man, you got a bunch of guys down there, man, that's really doing some great things. Shout out to all the Thailand brothers in the building. Shout out to you. But definitely catching up with Russ is a must. Is a must.
Sir.
Shout out to my man Infinite Growth. Todd in the building. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, let me ask you this. Look, I see your dance moves, player. I see your dance moves. Yeah, man. Yeah, you about to break dance on them too?
I used to break dance. I used to be a b-boy back in the days. Yeah.
Right, man. That's great to see, man. That is so great to see. You just have a good time. Yeah.
I'm free, man. Andre, I'm free.
You free, brother. I believe you. I definitely believe you. Now, when it comes to your recordings, many times you do your own recording as well.
Yes. Correct? It took me years to learn. So in 2021, when I went to Mexico, again, to Playa del Carmen, I was learning how to vlog, and my finger was covering the camera the whole time.
No.
So when I got back home, my video editor told me, we can't use none of the footage. I'm like, why? He goes, your finger was holding the camera, covering the camera, plus you're holding the camera wrong. I'm like, oh my God. Womp, womp, womp. There was a waste of $1,500. And then, bam, I went to Jamaica. And then I did an okay job in Jamaica. But again, I didn't have a good camera. You know what I mean? And then I'm like, okay, Costa Rica, same thing too. Wasn't holding the camera properly. Wasn't zooming in, zooming out and stuff like that. But I would say in 2023, when I upgraded to a better camera, and like pretty much 2023 is when I really got better at vlogging on my own. So it took 2 years for me to learn. Yeah.
Yeah, you're doing a great job, brother.
Yeah.
You making a lot of travelers look real bad, brother.
Yeah. A lot of people don't think I'm blind. Like, I freak people out because sometimes I'm talking to the camera, walking, videotaping myself, and people are like, are you blind? I'm like, yeah, I'm blind. When I was in the UK, somebody came up to me like, yo, you're not blind, man. I'm like, I am blind. They're like, nah, you're not blind. I'm like, trust me, I'm blind. Yeah.
Wow. And you know what? There's such a misconception about the mindset and the attitude that that people who are disabled have. We think, those who have our faculties, that we would be depressed, sad, feel ruined. In the movies, they only show, people with disabilities sad and ruined. So we assume that's how we would be. But in reality, there are many individuals such as yourself and such as your partner who you were traveling with for a minute in Cancun.
Yeah.
You guys are showing that, yes, there are times where we all as human beings go through problematic situations that that tests our will. But yet and still, at the end of the day, it's up to us to, you know, put our bootstraps on and continue on with our journey called life. As long as we're still around, we got a chance to enjoy this thing. And you are definitely an example of that,
yes,
brother.
sir. Yeah,
I actually an example of that.
I actually said to myself one day, because I tattooed on my right hand, "Love Wins" on my hand, and then I tattooed on my left hand, "I'm blessed," right? Because I actually was saying to myself one day, you know, I could look at my situation as a curse, or I can look at the situation as a blessing. And that's exactly what I did. I looked at the situation as a blessing. A lot of people may not see that, but you know what I mean? Like, I really don't care what people think, because I know I'm blessed.
Now, that's one thing that I can say that I do notice about you is that you really don't care what people think.
No, man, I don't care what people think.
You really don't care. And I'm the same way. So, and I picked that up from Tailor Made Dreams. He's the exact same way as well. Oh, let me get this part of this video real quick. He's the exact same way. He doesn't care what people think. He's not going to waste his time and waste his life on what somebody else has to say about what he's doing with this thing called life.
Right, exactly.
Let me go back to this part of this video. Pull up another one of your videos real quick. Let guys see you just enjoying this gift called life.
Thanks, man. And I just wanted to come on your platform and just tell it like it is, man. You know, I wasn't really, man, you got me vulnerable. I wasn't this vulnerable with BMT Travels, but you got me, man.
I was just showing them the part of you, and I try, man. I try to you know, go into the heart of a person. Yeah, I'm showing them the part when you was in Santo Domingo, getting your dance on, bruh, with the thicky, with the thicky.
Yo, shout out to Jeannie. That's Jeannie. So she owns remember I was telling you, so me and my ex-girl, right? That's her cousin. So we were at her bar. So guys, if you guys ever go to Santiago, make sure you guys go check out that girl, Jeannie. She has a bar in El Congo in Santiago. And that bar is right beside my friend's fried chicken restaurant called Ultravina. Yeah, so my friend has a restaurant in El Congo, Santiago called Ultravina. And his girl, her name is Sadia. And if you guys go there and you tell them that, hey, Sheldon the Blind Traveler sent me, they'll roll out the red carpet for you. Yeah, man.
That is nice, man. You are living this gift called life, boy. You are not playing with this thing.
And that nightclub is a new nightclub in Santiago. Yeah.
Wow. See, that's what I'm talking about. Nice. And ain't nothing but nice ladies up in there. That's what I'm talking about, DR. Shout out to you. Shout out to you,
And
DR.
the crazy thing is, man, like, I didn't like when people, like, remember I told you somebody commented on one of my videos saying that it must be nice to sell drugs again. Like, this is like stupid things like that. And it's like, and then also too, like, you know, you must be buying, like you must be doing pay for play. And I'm like, no. You know what I mean? Like, what makes you think that, right? Oh, you're blind. And I'm like, come on. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Man, you breaking all the stereotype rules. You breaking all. You can't be doing this, Sheldon. These dudes ain't used to hearing this type of truth. Well, they hear it from me, but they don't believe me. I tell them all the time that here in Colombia, you guys are the commodity. Women are really attracted to you. If you want to do pay for play, cool. But if you don't, you don't have to. There are women here in Colombia that really treasure many of you brothers and others out there in the chat. But when I say it, they don't believe it. So now we got Sheldon.
Yeah.
You know, he coming along and he's showing you the receipts on his channel.
Right.
This man's channel is nothing but receipts.
Like, for example, guys, if you really want to meet, you know, especially when I was in Medellin, like, most of the girls that I met in Medellin, they were waitresses at restaurants. Like, they weren't, you know, pros. Like, you know what I mean, right? Like, you go to a restaurant, you go to the mall, you go to a bar, you go to like, be careful at the nightclub, but you know what I mean? Like, most of these girls, like, I meet them at restaurants and bars and stuff like that.
That's what's up, brother. That is what's up, man. I'm proud of you, brother. Great footage, and you're right. It's kind of funny to see you turn the camera around to yourself and know exactly what you're doing, and know how to.
Wow.
Man, you're doing a lot better than a lot of other dudes. So that's mad at you, brother.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But I would say one place where it's hard to meet regular girls is Sasua for some reason.
What would that reason be?
I know. I try, but it's like, Like, I remember when I was there. So when I was there at the beginning of this year, the waitress, I went to this Jamaican restaurant in Sasua. The waitress gave me her phone number and everything. I'm like, sweet. My friend's laughing because my friend's like, I bet you she's going to want to come over and you're going to have to pay her. And I'm like, nah, you know what I mean? As soon as she messages me later on, what are you doing, Poppy? I'm like, nothing. She goes, can I come over to massage you? And I'm like, nah. I'm like, I'm good. I'm good. Like, when she said that, I'm like,
knew.
Yeah, of course, I already did. And I'm like, damn. I'm like, damn, even the waitresses? I'm like, even wow. The waitresses. Yeah. Holy. Man,
this has been great. We've been at it for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, Sheldon. I don't want to hold you up because I know it's after 10 o'clock, going on 11 in a few minutes.
Okay.
Where you're located. So I don't want to hold you up too much this evening. But the one thing that I do want to say, and the last question I have for you before I even say anything, the last question I have for you is, how has travel changed your life?
Oh, man, traveling has really changed my life for the better. I've met so many incredible people around the world, and it just changed my life where, like I was telling you earlier, hanging out with some of my old friends, it's like I don't have nothing in common with them anymore. What I've learned traveling, you can't get that from a book. You can't get that from a book. Like, I recommend that all brothers travel and experience the people's different cultures and languages and food. And just take that leap of faith and travel, and don't be afraid to face your fears and live your best life. And again, what you learn in other countries and overseas, you can't get that from the news. You can't get that from like history class. You can't get that from a book, right? Because again, like what I learned in history class, a lot of people think that Canada is like a bunch of native Indians living in igloos, but it's not. You know what I mean, right? Like, it's the same thing where like a lot of people told me that that Germans are racist, and Germany is very racist, and Germany is so vibrant with our culture. They love our culture there, and I didn't know that until I got there. And guys, just get a passport and travel, and live your life and experience other people's culture, and just meet new people. And man, that's pretty much like I was saying. Yeah.
There we go to my man Sheldon, man. Shout out for the advice, shout out for the receipts that we just been watching, and shout out and blessings to you, man.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Endeavors. What do you think that you want to be going to next?
So I'm leaving at the end of July to go to Jamaica for 16 days, 2 weeks. I'm going to be in Jamaica, and I'm going to be filming just local Jamaican, local Jamaican living. Like, I'm not going to be doing anything touristy. I'm just going to focus on outdoor cooking. So where my mom's from, she's from the country. And I have a cousin that's going to show me around, Clarendon, Maypen, where they have street foods. I'm going to go up into the mountains, the falls. I want to bring you guys, the real Jamaican culture. You know what I mean? Like the beauty of Jamaica. I'm not going to be walking in any ghettos. Also too, I'm going to do obviously some nightlife, club videos and stuff like that. And because one thing what I love about Jamaica, they have outdoor block parties. Yeah, they have outdoor parties where I'm gonna vlogging that and stuff like that.
Brother, you'll find a lot of those here. Man, I'm surprised that you didn't go to one here in Cali. They have one every weekend with about 2,000-3,000 people.
I didn't even know that.
Downtown
I
Central,
regret not calling you, because when I got there, I saw your interview with Austin, and then I was like, I'm gonna message you, but I'm only here for 3 days.
Oh yeah, that was right.
Yeah, but I'm 110% coming back, and I'm flexing with you. 110%.
Oh man, I got some spots to take you to, bro. I got some spots to take you for eating, hanging out, clubs, man. Just take you downtown.
Perfect.
To Central, man. And I'm talking about not just during the day, at night. The energy, man, here in Cali is crazy.
Yes,
Cali is, once you really experience it, it's the New Orleans of South America. There's no other city where food, the people, and the music are one, and that's Cali. You can't separate the Pacific Coast black recipes from Cali. You can't separate the music. Salsa is a capital of salsa music. You can't separate that, and that's a part of the makeup of the people. I mean, some of the cutest videos I've ever seen on YouTube are the Cali Colombian kids in kindergarten singing the songs at the top of their lungs. All these salsa songs, singing at the top of their lungs, and they're dancing because in school they teach salsa lessons in kindergarten.
Right.
These kids have been hearing these songs their whole lives, as well as in Detroit. Shout out to you, Jay. And it's like the New Orleans and Detroit type of vibe.
Right.
And when it comes to the music is just all one. And so man, I would love to be able to show you around to Cali next time that you come through.
When are you going to be there? Because I think you said
I live here. I'm always here.
But you're not leaving in October. You said you're leaving in October, or?
Yeah, we're actually moving that October trip to November because we're doing, for those of you that don't know, Andrea and I decided that this year we're not going to do Southeast Asia. We're going to appreciate the continent that we're in. So we're going to be doing Peru and taking the train to Machu Picchu. From there, we're going to be flying to Argentina. We're going to spend like a week and a half in Argentina. Then we're going to fly for 2 weeks to Brazil. So we're going to be there for a few weeks and hanging out with some of the guys in Brazil. So we're doing 3 countries in South America. Finally, because I've been wanting to do this one for a while. And so we're going to be doing this particular adventure and enjoying that.
Yeah, so I'll be probably back in Colombia at the end of the year for sure. 100% for sure.
Oh yeah,
man,
we'll definitely.
Yeah, you're very lucky that you're going to be going to Argentina because I wanted to go there, but I think like summertime's done now, right?
Yeah. Summertime is no. Summertime. I just looked it up yesterday. Summertime in Argentina actually starts late September all the way through like it's like the opposite of us. It's crazy. It's like it starts late September, early October, and it goes all the way until like December or January.
Oh, okay.
It's like the opposite.
So right now
it's
not hot outside.
Right now in Argentina, I mean, we're talking about Argentina. Is
Argentina.
Cold right now.
Yeah, it's cold right now. Okay, perfect.
Let me look that up real quick.
Yeah,
validate Argentina summer months. Okay, yeah, I was right. December through February is Argentina summer.
Okay, perfect. I'm looking forward to going there.
December through February.
Every single. I just want to say quickly, every single person that I told that I'm going to Argentina, again, so much negative about Argentina. Why are you going there? They hate black people. Why are you going there? They hate black people. And like, I'm just like, wow, like just watching Austin there, like I was like, I didn't hear him mention anything about Argentina being racist and all these things. So I don't know.
There was a brother on his show yesterday that lived in Argentina for 7 years and said, man, those people treated me so well. A brother. He was right around our age. And he said, I lived there for 7 years. He said, and all what you guys are talking about, he said, you know, there's some form of systematic racism no matter where you go in the world. He said, as far as day-to-day racism, he said, I never experienced it and never saw anybody deal with day-to-day type of, you know, they're thinking that, you know, the German, you know, all the German Reich is still alive in Argentina. And they think that, you know, everybody's walking around just looking at you, looking up and down at you. He says nothing like that. Even when Ace Live went, Ace, as soon as he got there the first day, he and I did a walking down the street video. He just called me, did a video chat, and he just walked down the street and let me see how. He said, Andre, if you don't make it to Europe, make it to Argentina, and you are in Europe.
Wow.
He said, man, their architecture is literally nothing but European.
Right.
So, and I hear a lot of great things in regards to Argentina, their beef. So if you are a person that loves a good steak,
Oh man, I love a
Argentina
good
is
steak.
considered
I heard they have the best
countries
beef in the world. Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
All
That's
right,
what I
my
hear.
brother. Thank you so
All
much.
right. Yes, sir. Well, you have a great evening, brother.
Yes.
Thank
Thank you
once
again for blessing me with your platform.
Oh yeah. Anytime you are, now that you've been here one time, you will be here again and again, brother, because I appreciate
Salute.
all that you're doing. I really do, man. You're a good man. But
Thank
let me
you,
let you
brother.
go. Enjoy the
All
rest
right,
of
man.
your evening.
Cheers. God bless you all. Peace.
Peace.
Yes.
Shout out to you, Sheldon.
Yes, sir.
All right. Let me let this man out of the studio. There we go. Shout out to all you guys that were here for this one, all 100 and plus of us that were here for this live stream. I'm glad that you guys made it to be motivated, to feel encouraged, to know that you can do it too. You know, if a brother in a wheelchair can do it, if a brother that's being led by a guy in a wheelchair, just imagine you got a brother in Cancun with his white homeboy that's in a wheelchair, and they are having a great time. They are having a great time. Nothing in life can hold you guys back. We all have no excuses. I'm going to tell you guys something. The reason why I got off my butt because I started watching Tailor Made Dreams. And when I watched what Tailor Made Dreams was doing, I was like, well, maybe I can do that. And mind you, like I keep telling you guys, I was making about between $85,000 to $87,000 a year. You guys saw how nice my home was and my life was when I showed you guys the photos. And to sit back and watch Tailor Made Dreams and see that my life could be better, and I follow his blueprint. I literally did. Russ was doing this. Whatever he did in DR, I was trying my best to do that exact same thing to Colombia. So a lot of the tips that I give you guys is what I learned and what I applied while watching Tailor Made Dreams and being focused, and everything came to pass. That's why I have such respect and love and appreciation for Russ because of what he because of what he does. Sean says, Andre, how'd you learn salsa? Andre's mom and grandma and everybody else pulling me on the dance floor. And then when I walk into a club, Colombian women drag you on the dance floor. Yeah, they will drag you out there. And then when you're not on the dance floor, you're standing there with your drink and you're watching the men's feet. I don't watch the women's feet. I watch the men's feet. And I'm like, same thing with bachata. Same thing with Kumba. Same thing with what's the other one? Not manga, but I forget the other songs, other music that starts with an M. You just kind of go from side to side. But you know, you kind of like watch and observe. And then here in Cali, Colombia, there are so many free salsa schools and salsa classes. A lot of the clubs have free salsa lessons. And I keep trying to let you guys know, one of the ways that you meet the ladies here is that the salsa instructor will invite you out to the party with her fine ass girlfriends. So now you like, man, my salsa instructor invited me out to so-and-so club and she's introducing me to all her sexy friends. That's how it's done in Colombia. Name the small bottle of cologne. He said, okay, here we go. Let's do this one again. There is a cologne brand. Give me a second. There is a cologne brand that does clones. Right? And I haven't presented them as often as I should. So right now I'm wearing Bentley Intense. That's what I'm wearing right now. The Bentley Intense, or Bentley Intense for men. It is a boozy, brandy whiskey type of scent. But I didn't want to just rock that today. It's easy to get away with this. You can find this one at Dillard's, and you can find it at TJ Maxx. It's just a classic, smell good scent. It projects well, but it doesn't project too much. It's very masculine. This is one of my favorite cheapy colognes. You can get this $15, $12, right? Bentley Intense for men. But to mix it up, I took a cologne called Plum Brandy. from a brand called Dewey. I'm going to pull up their information right now. I'm going to drop the link. Their colognes and clones are extremely inexpensive, and they are good. I mean, dude, when I say they're good, they are good, and they project well. Let me pull up Dewey's website right now, and they're having a Father's Day sale where you get 33% off of your purchase. So let me pull them up real quick for you guys. I'm going to put them on the screen and let you guys see this brand. Because you know I always got to show you guys. That's it, Black Nubian, merengue. Thanks, brother. Merengue dancing. So, you know, in Colombia, you learn your merengue dancing. All those things you'll learn from just watching people. Okay, so right here we have the Dewey fragrances. Fragrance brand. And 33% off the code. I'm going to drop the link for you guys, of course. And let's give it a second for everything to pop up on the screen. Make sure that pops up. Give it a second. Let me fix that again. One more time. Get these colognes up here. And these are a bunch of the ones that I've ordered. This one right here, Supernova. I've ordered this one. I've ordered, well, you guys can't see me. What am I doing? Get together, Dre. I don't know why it's not pulling up. Don't know why it's not pulling up. Okay, let's go by gender. I don't know why I'm having a difficult time pulling the website up when normally there's no problem. But I am going to drop the link to their channel. I mean to their website, so you guys will be able to. So okay, let me scroll down here. Maybe this one will work for me. And they're based out of California, but they do have offices in Canada. I don't know why it's not pulling up on my screen for me. So these are some of their brands. And these are some of their best sellers, like Supernova. I have that right here. Casino Elixir, I have right here. Do I have Royal Casino? I do have Black Widow, which is Killian's Black Phantom clone. So they're a clone house, but they also have their own brands. So I'm going to drop this in the link. I don't see why I'm not seeing this pop up for me, but that could be my Wi-Fi issue. But I'm going to drop this brand, this house, in the description. There we go. I'll drop that brand house. I'm telling you, it's a really, really inexpensive, and it's a really good clone. I think that's starting to pop up. I'll give that a few seconds to pop itself up. He said it says having trouble connecting. So that could be my internet. Yeah, wow, it does look like I'm having trouble connecting. Yep, it does look like it. Please check your internet. Let me switch over to here. Okay, here we go. This is what I want to show you guys. If you guys will be able to see it. Yeah. Looks like I'm having a Wi-Fi issue, but I'm going to drop the name right here. Maybe I can get it up in. There we go. That's the link to the website, guys. And this is the actual site. If I can pull myself down. Wow, I'm really having some internet issues right about. We've got me back in, and we've gone to get the presentation on the screen real quick. I won't hold you guys long. I just want to share this a house that I haven't shared before, a cologne house that I hadn't shared in the past, but I want to share this one now. I've got 6 of their colognes. Oh man, that Wi-Fi looks okay. It's looking better. Okay, so I've got 6 of their colognes, and the one that I'm wearing now is the. Let me pull myself up. Is the Plum Brandy. That's what that is. Plum Brandy of Douai. I kid you not. Some of these are if you could mix Baccarat 540 and Creed Aventus, you would get this one. If you could mix, some of your favorite colognes and mix them together just right, that's what Douai does. They take your favorite colognes and they mix them. And so let's go back to right here. So let's scroll down to some of the best sellers. They got they got some good ones. And they smell just like you would think they would smell. And they got them for males and females. So let me scroll to the best seller. Back in stock. Because they sell out so fast, man. I kid you not. Sweet banana, cotton candy milk. So you got some that have gourmand smell, which whenever you hear a cologne brand says gourmand, that means that it is basically smells like some type of food. So that's when you hear a gourmand cologne. That means that it smells like some type of food. So right here I have the Supernova. Yep, Supernova. That's the casino. The one I have right here is Casino Elixir. No, that's not Casino Elixir. Let's go look at you bestsellers. This is a good house that you guys want to buy your colognes from. It really is. And I don't want to hold you guys up in too much longer. I just want to share this cologne house with you. And let's see. Let's see if I have one. Oh, there we go. Black Widow is what I have right here. Oh, Black Widow is right here. This Black Widow. This is the brand that is Killian's Black Phantom. They made their own version, a clone of it. And bro, I've smelled it, and it's really close. I won't even lie. You have to give it a second, let it dry down. Man, it's good. He said, Andrea, are you familiar with this area in Cali? Barrio, let me see. Let me check that out. You say Jamie Apricot Sports Unit. Do you go to this area? Jamie Aparicio. Let me look that up. Before I let you guys go. Let me look that up. Jamie Aparicio. Let's appear. Let's see. So I'm looking up the neighborhood right now. Okay. So let me pull it up on the screen. You know me, guys. I know guys just held back on the super chats tonight. It's okay. I still show you love, brothers. I still show you love. Okay, so let's look at this area. Let's look at this map of the Jamie Aparicio or Pararici. Aparicio? I hope I pronounced it correctly. Let me pull this back. Back. Okay, Callie. This is out. Okay. Right here. It is deep south. It is. Wait a minute. Let's see where this is. Isn't there Hardin? Okay, let's do it like this. Just to give you an example. This is where we are right now. Let me see, make sure you guys can see on the map. Okay. Let me move this statement out of the way. Shout out to IQS. Okay. Right here, this is where we are. We live in this area, LaFleur, right? This is not even 5 minutes away, Chippy Chappy Mall. This is where we used to live. So all this is north. So you got Grenada down here. All this area right now that we're looking at is north. So when you guys come to town, you got the hotels in Chippy Chappy area. And then you can scroll down and go down a little further, and you're in Grenada area. With really nice restaurants and all that stuff, right? All of this. All right. So you're still out north. But then if you follow where you're talking about, that's way out here, way down here. You're like, in all sincerity, you're like an hour and a half, an hour and 15-minute drive from the airport. Palmetto, man, I'm trying to figure. I know this area, man. So I'm trying to figure out if it's a safe area or not. But me, I'm gonna tell you something for real. I can't say if it's a good or bad area, but what I'm saying is it's nowhere near where everybody is. And this is just a university, of course. But out in this area, I wouldn't know. Let me even take off the university part. Let's just put the neighborhood. Let's just look for the neighborhood. So that's over by the college. And I'm telling you, that college campus is humongous, man. Like University of Michigan size. Do not take that campus for granted. I've been over. That's why I remember where this from. Because I went to go see if they had Spanish lessons at this campus. It's a real nice area. Don't get me wrong. I'll say this again. That area over here that we're looking at for you, it's really nice, but there's nothing over there but apartments. Literally, there's nothing over there. So when shout out to Steven, Steven King says, support black male media. Show some love. Yeah, so he said, I was told it's 20 minutes from Grenada. Yeah, but it's heading south. Hey, Dre, it's heading south. So Grenada is right here. Let's do this again. Chippy Chape, all this out north. This right here is like central area, if I'm not mistaken. Let me make sure. Yeah, this central. That's what I thought. Like their version of downtown, in other words. All this is, once again, this is all north. Let me see if I can pull up. This is central too. All this is central. San Antonio, this is out still north. I know where this university is, but you're out south now. But you know the way that it looks, yeah, you're right. It's about 20 minutes away from Grenada. It is about 20 minutes away. The way that it's looking right now on this map, yeah, I can see that. I can see that being like a 20-minute drive. But then you have to ask yourself, those areas, here's the kicker. Those areas out there, there's nothing out there for your everyday, I need to go to the grocery store and grab something. Or I want to shoot to a club real quick. Or, you know what, I'm bored, I want to go to a bar. You're not going to do that out there. If you got a lot of times I ask you guys this question when you come to Cali, and everybody's got the same answer, basically. Check it. What's her name? What I mean by that is, what is the name of the female that you're going out there to see on that side of the city? Because it's nice over there. It really is. Nice apartments, nice buildings, very, very well taken care of, very well manicured area. However, nothing is in walking distance. You're Ubering to a grocery store. Literally nothing is in walking distance. If you don't have a car, you're going to be ordering Rappi for everything. So that's why me personally, I would rather for the young lady to be inconvenienced of having to ride in an Uber. This is Andre just giving some tips, right? I would rather the young lady be inconvenienced to come see me than me get a Airbnb or a hotel room in her area. Why? Because she's not going to be with me 24 hours a day for the most part. And now I'm stuck bored on the side of a city that you ain't going to see Andre. I'm not coming to pick you up. I might come see you one of your days, but on a regular day, that smells really good. Goodness gracious. And so on a regular day, hey, Dre, I heard y'all going out clubbing tonight. Yeah, we are. But ain't anybody driving all the way over there to pick you up, to go to the club, and then we on our way back at 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, and they have to drop you off? Man, I won't get home until like 6:15 in the morning just to drop you off. No, always remember this, guys. Let the woman be inconvenienced. This is her city. She knows how to jump in an Uber, come out to you, even if you pay the Uber. Come out to you, have a good time, even if she's going to stay 2 or 3 days, and let her drive back. You come to Cali, Colombia, 4 areas you should get a hotel. I'll even add 5 to it. Let's go back to the map. Real quick. First area that you should be going to if you're in Cali, Colombia. Hands down, this is where you should look for your Airbnb. First area, La Flora. There should be no reason why you do not look for it. It's Zone 5. This is our neighborhood, our block, our streets. It's really nice. Numero dos, number 2 is, it should be Parque Norte. This area should be right here, Parados Norte, Del Norte, or Parque Norte is the other term for it as well. This is where we used to live, our neighborhood, our street, full of Airbnbs, full of restaurants. The gyms are over here. You're only a 5 to 10 minute walk to number 3, Chippy Choppy area. You should be getting you a spot in the Chippy Choppy area. The next area, let me see if I can see it real quick, is San Antonio. It's a little bit further, but it's really nice out there, and you're surrounded by a lot of nice clubs anywhere. When we go clubbing, that's usually where we are. Not Central. Do not get one downtown. Brother, I'm telling you, you do not want to do that. And then the next one is, it should be, it's not showing itself up, but this area here is the Granada area. That's the next one that you want to be in. You want to be in the Granada area. A lot of nice clubs, a lot of nice bars. Here we go. Granada is one of the hotels. This whole area is full of eateries, restaurants, everything that you want. And it's only a 5-minute taxi ride from Chippy Choppy. A lot of bars. My boy, we're hanging out on Monday night. This is where we hang out in Granada. We're in the Granada area. So we all hang out, about a good 20, 30 of us hang out on Monday nights. and just enjoy some good food and some drinks at my boy's bar or any bar in the Grenada area. So a lot of guys get their Airbnbs in Grenada. So once again, the Flora, you want to get your spot there. Out north or Parque Norte or Parte del Norte, Pardos del Norte, Chipichape, Grenada area, San Antonio, and I'll even add in there, let me see, where's El Peñon area? El Peñon is down here too. The dog park is fun. That's a nice spot to go to too, hanging out in the dog park. The dog park is Cali's version of this whole area. The dog park is Cali's version of Parque Yeris without pay for play. If you could go to Parque Yeris in 2010, 2012, 2015, it ain't a bunch of pay for play riding around, but it's a bunch of bars and restaurants and having fun and partying and people. That's that area, the dog park. So if you're on that side of the city, but if you're on that side of the city, so that's where you guys will go. But other than that, the spot you're talking about is way down here. And taking the airport is, let me see, the ride to the airport. See, this is the airport right here, right? We right now are only a 20-minute ride from the airport. So if you say, Dre, come pick me up from the airport, I'm only 20 minutes from the airport. Bam. You see that? I come down, bam. Look what area I'm in first. You're in first. You hit my area first, right? See? Right there from the airport, 20 minutes. But for you, you got to ride past my area, the north, Chipichape, Grenada. You got to ride past San Antonio. You got to ride past El Peñon, which I just mentioned, just to get right here. Because she is in this area. Do not, guys, and I mean this, do not make it an inconvenience for you. Make it an inconvenience for her. This is her city. She knows how to just get up and call an Uber. She knows how to call a taxi. If she's trying to come see you, she knows how to get to you. It is not your job to try to act like you're going to get a Airbnb next door to her street. Don't ever do that, because you're going to be sitting around while she's at work. Just, oh, wow. Well, I get me another female. Well, why don't you just go ahead and have both of the ladies, let them be. I don't care if you guys get 10 women, but let them be inconvenienced. Don't let you be inconvenienced, because if you're out here with the rest of us, now you can walk to the gym. Now, if you're bored, you say, hey, what you fellas doing? What you up to? Nothing. Hey, you guys want to meet me up at Chippy Chape and have some lunch? We all can meet up at Chippy Chape Mall and have some lunch. Or, hey, you guys doing anything? Let's go to the bar and have something to drink. So we can either go to Grenada and have something to drink in the bar. Oh, hey, fellas, you want to go clubbing? Okay, cool. Right out here. This is right behind our house too. Crazy. This right here is Grenada area. Let's go here. And Grenada is the Manga area. Manga is nothing but, remember the club living in Colombia, in Cali? This is one of the number one clubs in Cali. I don't know why they're showing a daytime photo of this. Wow. Oh my God. Okay, I want y'all to look at this picture, right? Dang, you know how old this picture is? I have never seen this. Let me pull this up. Manga area club living. Wow, that's an old picture. Goodness gracious. Let me show y'all what manga actually looks like. Let me see if I can do it from here. Let me, and thank you guys for your patience in regards to what I'm showing you guys. Thank you for your patience, but I always try to make sure that you guys don't go to areas that, you know, it's just no. You'll be bored and you'll be mad at yourself because there's not even a grocery store in some of those areas, man. It's nothing there. I mean, it's nothing there. Okay, let's see. Let us see. I got so many nightclub videos that I haven't posted yet. Andre, get it. I want to show you guys that area, what it really looks like. Okay, that's there. That's not on there. That's not showing either. That's not either. Thank you guys for your patience. Close that out. Goodness gracious, that's an old photo. That photo is like 2003 type of photo. Let me see if I can pull it up on you. Let's see if I can pull this up on you. No, let me not even wait. I want to keep that just like it is. Manga Clubs, Cali, Colombia. Let's see. Okay. Negative. Let me see if they got a photo. Man, there's a lot of good clubs. Man, Cali got some clubs, bro. I ain't gonna even lie. Come on, show me a photo of the outside. Let's see. Now I'm on a quest. If you guys will ride with me, I'm on a quest. That is they so wrong for that. This is okay. Now here we go. You guys see how it looks right here, right? On the photo we just showed. Shout out to you guys. Thank you for your patience. Okay. You see, Dre says, no, there is no she at all. It's all me. Bruh, don't go in that area. Don't go on that side of the city. You'll be mad. One of my and I tell you guys on the consultations what area, or I mentioned to you guys on the consultations what side of the city to go to. Make sure that you guys go to, once again, if you're looking at for your Airbnb or your hotel areas, the floor, great Airbnbs over here, man. Guys are always here on this side from the States. Chippy Choppy area, number 2. Parque or Pedros del Norte. You want to be out north. the North Park area. Third, El Peñol, ELPENON, El Peñon. Santiago area. That's the next one that you want to be in. And then Granada area. Those are the areas that you want to be in. Everything is in walking distance. If you feel like going to a gym, it's right there. If you feel like even going to Chippy Choppy Mall from Granada area, quite often it's a 15 to 20-minute walk. That's it. Or a 3-minute to 5-minute Uber ride. It's right there. All of us basically kind of who live down here, we're basically living in the north area or the northwest area. Like El Peñon is more like a northwest. That's where the cat park is. You know, we just talked about the dog park, but the cat park is where you guys see the statue of the cat, or the giant statue of the famous Cali cat, the giant statue that people take pictures. That's out west. That's in El Peñon area. That's where I got my first Airbnbs and experience. You want to do that because everything you want to do, if you want to go bowling, you can do that. If you want to go find a real estate agent to show you around, you can do that out here out north. You know, it's a lot of things that are a lot more convenient. All the taxi drivers are out here at night when the sun goes down and everybody goes back out south to live. It's quiet as a church mouse out north. Right now, I got this window open over here. You guys can't hear anything. It's quiet than a church mouse, like a Sunday night out here, because this is the upper middle class area. You're not gonna have your music blasting like it is out south. So, and then let's put it like this: if I don't want to drive at all, I don't want to drive. Andrea's got the car tonight. I could literally walk around the corner to these clubs I'm about to show you. Now, we looked at it from this perspective. Remember, I said that photo was. We looked at Club Living. This is crazy. I've never seen this. Look at Club Living right here. Look, I've never knew this building none of this. This is crazy. I didn't know houses were here. Look at all this dirt gravel. Look at all this. Now I'm about to show you what it looks like now. Now I'm about to show you what it looks like right now. This is Club Living. All these clubs, Rosa Negra is out there. That's the club. This is one of my favorite clubs that I go to. All these clubs are out there now. Well, let me turn that down. That messed my ears up. That's Club Living on the inside. Every seat is VIP. Every seat is VIP. And I'm talking about for $80, you and 4 or 5 other people gonna drink good. You will drink good in that spot. Now, this is what I want to show you. This is one of my favorite clubs. This is right next to Club Living. This is another club. This is another club. Club Negra is down here. That's Club Living again. All these are Club Living. They always have concerts. Bad Bunny just performed there. Here we go again. I'm going to take you guys back here. Look at this. This had to be like 2010, 2000. Wow, this is crazy to see this. To look at it like that and then go back and look at it how it is now today. This is how it really looks like right now when you're going out clubbing. And that's right around the corner from here. So while you trying to be out south and you would have been stuck in that area that you just showed me, Dre, you wouldn't experience none of these clubs. And I'm talking about this is where the nicey females come out to. Yep. This picture is old because Club Living doesn't even have gravel roads anymore. It's regular streets now. See what I'm saying? Like this photo is from 2023. This photo is from 2020. When I first came down, it was gravel roads. Now it's completely changed. Wow, this is an old photo. Goodness gracious, that's old. Like I said, everybody's seat is VIP. Man, you get spoiled, man. You get spoiled at Club Living, man. They treat you good. I remember the first time I saw a Club Living video. It was New Year's Eve, and it was on a YouTube. And I said, I don't know what that club is. This is right next to Club Living. This is Cantina. Let's see if I could pull up a nightclub. Let me see if I got that correct. Oh, this is Club Negra. This is right next to Living. This is another one of my favorite spots. I know all the security guards that work here. This be, bruh. Off the chain in the Club Negra, bruh. Let me see if I got some of my videos of Club Negra. Here we go. Okay, this is, let me show you some videos. Let me share some videos with my brothers. This right here is La Topa. Let me close some of these windows. This right here, what you're looking at is Club La Topa. So when you first come to Cali, y'all guys be asking me, where do you want to go in pregame or first club that you want to go to? It's a salsa club. Yeah, I know it don't seem like a salsa club right now, but La Topa is salsa. Okay, so first spot you want to go to is La Topa. I usually go there like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock pregame, get some drinks, blah, 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 blah. Why? Because Club Living area is not technically Cali. So in that area, and yeah, this is me filming all this. So in that area, you would go, and the clubs close at 2 o'clock, 2:30 in this area. Everybody goes over to Manga area where Club Living is, all that other area, because they stay open to 6:30 in the morning. So let's see what other videos I have for you guys. What are the club videos I got? I don't even know what this one is. Oh, that was Bogota. Me and Andrea were laughing at the clubs in Bogota. That was right. This is, I think this is Club Living. Yeah, this is Club Living. I filmed this one in Living. That's Andrea. That's your girl right there. This is one of our spots, man. We love Club Living. It's be off the chain up in there. So then so this is the spot that stays open to 6:30 in the morning. So you want to go to, like I said, you want to start off in Club La Topa. I'm gonna drop some links. You know me, guys. I like to share the information. Club La Topa. Okay. So while you guys are looking at that, I'm going to try to get the, oh, here we go, right here. Let me get this and copy the link. And I'm going to drop it in the comments section real quick. So I'm dropping La Topa real quick. Bam. So that's the first club where everybody was jumping up and down. That's Club La Topa. So we're going to go to the next one. This club that I'm showing you right now is That's living. That's the club living. So I'm going to drop the link to Club Living. A lot of times with Club Living, you can reserve tables. You don't have to, but you can reserve tables. Because like a night like tonight, Living gets packed. Living gets packed. So let's go here. And I'm going to give you guys, I'll give you guys the directions. No, that's too much. Let's get you guys to their Instagram or to their Facebook. Because it has their directions in their website. Club Living. Okay, give me a second. Trying to get the proper thing to give you guys. Okay, here we go. The website. I mean, not the website, but their Instagram. So I'm gonna give you guys Club Living's Instagram. Let me close this out. I don't need this. So Club Living Instagram. For you guys that hung out, you're getting a hookup tonight. So that spot, those are the two main spots that you want to go to in Cali. Club Living is one of the top spots. Man, it's off the chain. Let me see what else I got in here. This is one of my boys. We went to, where was this? This the bar that I was telling you guys where we all hang out on Mondays. So you guys that want to hang out, this bar is owned by a brother from the States, from Atlanta, my boy Doug. And all those brothers from the States, we're all watching the Super Bowl together. That's what that video is. So let me get his information. Let me get his his information for you guys. Because you can go to his spot, good food, really good food, good drinks, and you'll run across, and he's got Airbnbs as well. So I'm going to give you guys his, and there's the address in there too. So I'm going to give you guys his information. Let me drop that in there. Make sure you guys get that. So it's called Rico Richie. Rico Richie's really nice bar. Let me see what I got in here also for you guys. Let me pull that back and see what other clubs I got. This is my other club that I go to. I forget the name of this club that I go to. That's the crazy part. This is a club that's right next to Club Living. So just in case you guys ever go to the Living, the club that's literally next to it is that club. And this is like on an empty day. When it's full, man, it's off the chain. It's off the chain. Let me see what other videos I have. And this is the same club. It once again is right next to Club Living. So once again in Cali, you better get your salsa on, brother. And you get bottle service. Everybody's VIP in this club. That's my boy, the waiter. That's my dude, man. He really good people. He take care of me every time I come in. So they setting up our table. So we ordered some rum, bottle of aguardiente, some sodas. I also ordered some beers and everything. So that was just when we first sat down. Shout out to you, brother. I forgot what these brothers. I think these brothers came from California, actually. And we all hung out. And this is another club, man. I forget the name of this club, man. This club was voted, man, it's huge. This club is like 6-7 floors. It was voted, I think it was like number 10 best club in South America. I know the visual is not the best because I have it so dark. I haven't edited it yet. And when you go in, you have to buy tickets. But then this area is surrounded by other clubs. So I think I'm going to walk to the window. Let's see if I walk to the, that's the name of the club. That's it. Let me go back. Let me get that name for you guys. I just remember it. That's the name of the club. Let me look that up for you to get the directions for you. It is downtown Central. Very nice parking, really cool. But that is the name of the club. The Pergola. Man, y'all getting the hookup, man. I'm gonna put this on Patreon. Y'all getting a hookup for real, man. Okay, cool. I'm about to drop the link for this club right now. Let me make sure I got the right one. Yeah, this one, yeah, like I said, it was voted like one of the top clubs in all of South America. So let me copy that link, and I'm going to put it in the comment section. Yeah, you saw that red dress, Timothy? Yeah. So that's another club. Let's look at this one. Look at these. This is Latopa again, when they have the live bands. That's Latopa. Latopa is one of the most famous salsa clubs in all of South America. It's like every performer it's been around forever. Every performer that you can imagine of salsa music has actually performed in this club. Let me see if I can find something else. Oh, this is Club Negra. That's the one I already put that in there for you. Yeah, Lil Mama in that green killing it. This is my boy. He was with me. This is Club Negra as well. My boy in the sports jacket, man, he cool dude. That brother real cool. Real cool. Shout out to him. This is that club again. Because what they're looking up at is there was a concert going on. And once again, this is Club Negra, the a wider version. As I was walking through, there we go. You see, I switched my spot from a different angle. And some of you guys in the Patreon have seen these videos. Yeah, this is when the guys came down off stage, off stage, and they were performing. Okay, let's see. All right, sister. Yeah, mama wearing that dress. Like I said, Cali is not Medellin. Or Medellin is not Cali. Okay, the little mama in the green again with Miss Thickness. I danced with her after the concert. They turned the music on. I danced with her a couple times. She's cool people. Oh, this is that club too. And most of the clubs in the manga area, they have salsa performers. So when you pay to get to the club, you're not just dancing yourself. They often have performers that perform for you as well. And then once they're done, the performers dance with you. You ain't gonna get that in the States. A show at the club? No, man. Look at your girl Andrea at the Club Living. We're back at the Club Living again. Bunch of us fellas. We had a good time. Shout out to them dudes, man. Them dudes recognized me from the other side of the club. They were on a whole nother side of the club. And they were like, wait a minute. So they brought their lady friends down. I forget where they're from, but they brought their lady friends down and we all hung out. That's me with my little drink in hand. Go to show you guys how big this club is. It's huge and every seat is VIP. All right. We still in the club. We got the ladies dancing. And that's my boy's girl that was just dancing. Taking it to the floor. I don't know what happened to my camera. The footage was bad on this particular portion. It would be, wouldn't it? Cool dudes. So once again, that's Club Living. And this club stays open till 6:30 in the morning. That's why nobody goes there before 1 o'clock. We still got some more clubs here. Oh, those are some older pictures from 2020. I know I got some different ones. But that's basically the gist of it. So that's the club that I was telling you guys about. That's one of the top clubs in it's 5 floors. This how big this club is. You see all them people in there? You see all those people in there. That's how big that club is, and it's 5 floors. So I dropped a link to that club in the description. And it's right by the church. The big white church that you see in Cali, Colombia is right by there. It's literally almost next door to the church. Good food. It's on a whole nother level too, man. That's the club. And the line, bruh, the line, you got to get to this like tonight. This club here, you got to be there at like 9 o'clock, 9:30 if you want a chair or a table or something. 10 o'clock, you can forget about it. The line is all the way down the street, dude, all the way down here. They got 2 lines, one right here and one coming from there. And the security, this is the entrance right here. And like I said, it's floor after floor after floor after, bro, it's crazy. And it's amazing, dude. I won't lie. It's amazing. Like different music for each floor. For each floor, there's different music. Yeah, it's off the chain. Let me see something. Let me see. Yep. So those are some of the, at least some of the main ones that you don't have to go that far away to get to in Cali, Colombia. So if you're out north, most of the clubs I just showed you are out north. I'll say that again. If you're out north in Cali, Colombia, those links that I just dropped, save them. And don't be sharing, because after this video, I'm going to delete this part anyway. Because I know some lames that'll sit back, some pookies will sit back and watch. Andre say, go to that club. And then I got to worry about pookies going to a particular club. But you notice I waited till like 3 hours in to share this information. I share with you good dudes. Shout out to you guys for supporting the channel. Shout out to International Quiet Storm for gifting a membership, as well as my man Timothy. He said new outro request, gray skirt tonight. Yes, tonight is going to be gray skirt. And I'm going to be creating a new, I've been saying that for a couple of weeks, but I've been already putting together the new another new. I actually want to do 2 new outros. And thanks again for the support, guys. So I hope those club recommendations really helped you guys out. Because like I said, you definitely want to go to those spots. Club Negra, the Pergola, Club Living, the club that's directly next to Club Living that I can't remember the name, and La Topa. La Topa should always be your intro spot. That's the spot that you want to just go to as your pregame spot. You want to go to La Topa pregame. Let me see if I got a video for La Topa. I should have one here. Should have more than one here. Nope, I don't. And this is Club Living also. Let me show you guys this one. That's Club Living also. And the tall one with the that's a bad sister, man. I had to take her on the dance floor a couple times. That sister is nice. She is right around. You can't see her now, but she is right around here. You can't see her now, but yeah. But yeah, fellas, let me let you guys get some sleep. And also remember, Rico Richie is the place where we all hang out. So just in case you guys wonder, we watch the fights up in there. We watch that's the food that they make in there. I didn't get a chance to show you guys that. Yeah, that's the food that Rico and them make up in there. That's the place where I had lionfish. So they got all type of seafoods as regular foods. This is his staff. They really do a great job. And this is a spot where all of us brothers hanging out. And they got some great drinks, man. Goodness gracious. And like I said, we're always watching the fights, the Super Bowl, the if it's a sporting event in the States, we're watching in the Ricos. Let me see this video. Little mama looking cute. Yep, that's Rico's. And one thing I can say, there are a lot of Colombianas that be up in there. Yeah, man. You think you back in the States eating, bruh. Yeah, man. Because Rico's from Atlanta, so he brings a lot of the Southern recipes here to Colombia. That's the other thing that I like about Rico. So the only time I've ever had real catfish down here, like catfish, he's ordered some from the States. This is my man. He's a great bartender. He always serves good drinks, man. Always. Always serves good drinks, man. He'll take care of you. And we all just go there on Monday nights and just hang out. That's our spot on Monday nights. But, you can go there any day. But if you just want to see where a bunch of expats hang out, because we're not those expats like in Medellin where we got to hang out with each other every day. No, we just meet up once a week, and that's basically it. That's basically it. So shout out to you guys. We're about to do the outro, and I'll be seeing you guys mañana, where we're going to be talking about Corey Holcomb and his desire to move to another country. Shout out to all you guys here. He said, I'm dipping. I'm dipping in somebody else's comment. He said, sleep is overrated. Yeah, man. There's been plenty of times I walk through this door at like 7 o'clock in the morning. There are times when I walk through the door at 5:30 in the morning. A lot of times I try to get home at least by 3:30, 4 o'clock if we're doing 2 clubs. Because I know if we're doing La Topa, then we're leaving La Topa at like 12:30. We get over to Manga area and I didn't even show you, dude. I hadn't even shown y'all 10% of the clubs over in Manga area. That's right around the corner from us, right around the corner in La Flora. There's got to be at least 30 clubs over there. And they also got those hotels I was telling y'all about, those lovers hotels. Yeah. What about, gas stations? Okay, let's see. He said, in North Carolina, I see old gas stations abandoned and turned into detail places. Are there any like that in Cali, Colombia? I have an idea. Actually, there are a couple of detail shops, but you will do better with a detail shop on this side of town, on the north side of Cali, because most of us on this side, know what? Doesn't matter if it's north or south. because there are a lot more car drivers out south. Because remember what I mentioned? Out south, everything is spread out. So you either have to have an Uber, or you have to have a motorcycle, or you gotta have a car. So out south is a bunch of cars out there. And it's zone 6, zone 5 in many areas. So yeah, no matter if you're out north or out south, a detailing shop would do good. And a lot of us, you know, like like it rained today. So I know the car needs to be cleaned. A lot of us go to the detailing shops that are connected to the mall, or the detailing shops that, you know, when you go to certain places in the parking garages, they have a detail shop. But you're always still going to be waiting because everybody's trying to get their car cleaned. So detailing shops in Colombia, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. You say, I want the building. I have an idea. Detail was an example. Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. They have those down here. I drive past abandoned gas stations all the time. You know, the franchises decide to go in a, you know, different direction. And so it's like that. Yep. But yeah, they've got a lot of them down here. All right, guys, let me get ready with the outro. Let me get some rest. And let's do, I hope I'm doing this correct, gray skirt.
Det var första gången vi möttes. Våra blickar bara möttes. Kommer du ihåg det igen? Kommer du ihåg det igen? Du vill ha ice little fingers. Då du vet det kalas. All in, ingen broms, schackmatt på din vänster hand. Du är så viktig baby. Ja, du allians. Du är försiktig baby. Men du gav mig en chans. Det är 50-50 baby. Men det är balans. Jag växlar upp med dig baby. Ingen annan. Det var fan ingen dans på någon ros innan jag träffade någon som det. Som dig baby. Det var fan ingen dans på någon ros innan jag träffade någon som det. Du är mitt liv baby. Aldrig titta på någon annan. Varför du med annan? Kom var med mig baby. Aldrig lita på någon annan. Finns ingen annan jag vill ha min chakarinna. Låsa och save ingen sinna. Jag kommer alltid ride with you. 100 gubbar klart die for you. Du är så viktig baby. Ja, du allians. Du är försiktig baby. Men du gav mig en chans. Det är 50-50 baby. Men det är balans. Jag växlar upp med dig baby. Ingen annan. Det var fan ingen dans på någon ros innan jag träffade någon som det. Du är mitt liv baby. Det var fan ingen dans på någon ros innan jag träffade någon som det. Du är mitt liv baby. Visa mig vart du finns. Vi kommer väl till min city. Nej, jag vet att det finns. Kom det är bra lives and all nights, yeah. Jag vet att jag min ni kör det. Har en social smart good lady. Jag tvivlar det. Visa mig vart du finns, yeah.